Welcome back. I feel like I was just here. I guess I kind of was. Welcome. I'm glad you're all here again today. Let's do this again. I slept 8 hours, well, 7.5. I slept hard. After this, last night, my friend was over and her son, who's friends with Colin, and we sat and I had a giant plate of ravioli lasagna, which is unlike me. And then we laughed and such, and then I went to bed. I woke up early. Welcome. Mr. Perry is here. Colin's high school physics teacher makes cards, and he's here. Hi, Mr. Perry. I have to tell Colin. He and Quinn Mitchell were here last night. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we're back at it. Are you all tired? I hope not. I hope not. Today is much easier because I'm taking a long break in the middle of the day for you all to watch Tim. So we'll put him to work and have him create like mad for 3 hours. His lives are fantastic. I'm sure you've all seen them, but he is just so good at throwing out a lot of techniques at you. Oh, good. Well, if you missed yesterday, the good news is all of that content is still available. You can go over to the live stream and watch it, go over to that live page from yesterday and watch it anytime. Most of the deals are still going on. Some ended, but if they ended, I went and I crossed out the deal on the page, and there are other new deals that have popped up. So yeah, Tim's great. Let's see, like yesterday, I think the Ulta New deals have ended. The ink deal at Pink Fresh ended, but I think the rest of them are still going strong. So you should be able to find those. Brianne just put in the chat a link to the sales page, and there are some new things that popped up and we put on the page this morning. And so if you want to check that out, you can. Yeah, Michigan's playing today, aren't they? I know a lot of people are Ohio State fans. I didn't have time to eat breakfast, so I'm having a protein drink. Good morning. Okay, you got a better press. Yay. Yay. Now, I know some of you aren't shopping. FYI, Mike, the code that is on the image for Hero Arts has a different code for something. It just went in the comments, so you can search and find it. Thank you for that. Okay, so yesterday we survived. Okay, and I stayed on track, and I actually ended the stream early because I finished the overview early. This morning, for the first hour, I have an hour scheduled to just kind of go over things. The reason I did that is last year there were problems with my website crashing. We didn't have that problem this year. So I've got an hour scheduled here just in case and to answer any questions that folks have. But I'll probably just get started early with my 10 o'clock hour, which is lawn fawn. So if I go a little early with the lawn fawn, then I can go a little early with the waffle flower, and both could get a bit more. There you go, Mike. Okay. So again, if you missed yesterday, I totally get it. I do know, but you can go back and look at all of it. Now, I do know a lot of people aren't shopping. Totally get that. But I do encourage you to stick around because I'm going to be making stuff that you could make with other products you have on hand, or you may have some of these products, because I'm really trying to focus mostly on older products in most cases, so that if you have some of it already, you could use it. Good morning, Donna. I will also, I think I have something new in the Waffle Flower hour. And then I think that's the only new I use. But most of the stuff is older stuff that I'm using today. If you are done shopping, I totally get that too. Totally get that too. You can just watch and craft with us. It's much more comfortable crafting in your craft space than going out into the madness of the shopping world. Also, the sales page. Last night I was talking about the sales page and how, like, a lot of different companies that are having deals, and a lot of people were saying they hadn't heard of a lot of those companies. So if you have a chance, go look at the sales page and just scroll through it all, because I guarantee there's probably a company in there you've never heard of. And even if you aren't shopping today, go check them out, because you might find more inspiration or a new to you company that strikes a chord with you. So, Waffle Flower hour, yeah, that's a hard one to say. So you can go and just look around, and we want this industry to stay strong. So even if you're not shopping, just visiting their social media and getting to know them is really helpful too. Hello, I'm glad you're here. Oh, yes, the Concord and 9th sales are all still going on. I think is my free gift still going on for Concord and 9th, Mike?
Let me look on this.
I don't know if it is. Let's see. Let me look, because somebody was mentioning it. Hold, please. Sorry. It says it. Yeah, it's good through Monday. So if you're shopping at Concord and 9th, don't forget to check out my Concord and 9th and Christina Warner information page, because at the top there's information on how to get a free pack of cardstock. Here, I'll put that page in the chat. Bink. There you go. Because I don't have the free paper pack is exclusive to people who watch my lives, who are here. So I'm only sharing it here. I don't have it on my regular sales page. That's really the only one that won't go on my regular sales page, because they asked. At least they asked last year, so I did it again this year. Can you scroll up, Mike? So I do have Brianne here again today. I'm not sure if Heather is here. Brianne and Heather are really good at finding links for everything for you and answering questions and sharing things. So just if you have a question and we miss it, just ask again. One of us will catch it. I saw somebody, Concord 9th cardstock colors are gorgeous. I saw somebody ask which cardstock I recommend. And I had mentioned this at some point yesterday, so forgive me if you're hearing it again. But I love all the cardstock that you can get from these small businesses, because I know it's good quality. And, oh, good, Heather's here too. It's good quality. I know that it will stand up well for everything that we do in card making. I don't enjoy the cardstocks that you get like at the big chain stores, because I find the quality isn't as good, or at like an office supply store. So for colored cardstock, I tend to go with the companies that you see me use here, because the quality is so good. Oh, Brutus Monroe has a buy one, get one free paper pad sale today. He's got great pattern papers.
I am putting that actually up right now.
Mike is putting that sale up on the page right now. Yay. So as far as cardstocks, if you're able to, I would try each of them and see what works for you. I know Spellbinders and Altenew have sampler packs where you can get like one of each sheet. I think Concord and 9th might have one. You could do that, or just try like colors that you think might appeal to you, like that you would use a lot from different companies. But I will say there are advantages to all of them. For example, Concord and 9th has inks that match all of theirs. And they have enamel dots that match all of theirs. And they have a color club section of their website where they show color combinations with those colors. Then Gina K has heavyweight cardstock and beautiful colors, has inks to match, and even has some envelopes to match, right? Simon Says Stamp, same thing. Spellbinders has super heavyweight cardstock in a lot of great colors. A lot of them are unique, and it's super smooth, but they don't have inks to match. So you're going to see there's advantages for all of the different cardstock lines. 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 has 89 colors. A lot of them are very unique, and inks to match some of those colors. So there are, Fawn has great colors, great heavyweight cardstock and colors, inks to match. So, you know, you can't go wrong with any of them, and maybe just pay attention in videos. Like if you're watching a video with Gina and you see her use her turquoise sea cardstock and you're like, oh, that's a color I like, you can go for that. But I mix and match different cardstocks. So this behind me is all different brands. Tailored Expressions has great cardstock. It's a mix of all the peoples. That's a long story. But for white is a different story. White, there are a lot of great options. The heaviest weight white cardstock, like that I love, that is really great quality, is Brutus Monroe's Not Your Mama's cardstock. That stuff is divine. It's divine. I treasure it. I use it a lot for card bases, especially if I'm going to add a lot of stuff on it. I've run out of it. I need to get some more. Nina Classic Crust Solar White, 110 pound. Got to make sure you get the right one. It's the one that I link in almost all my videos. That's what I use for pretty much everything, because it's hard for me to keep track of a bunch of different white cardstocks. And I like it for everything from card bases to ink blending. Gina K has great white cardstocks, some that are layering weight. So if you want less, not as thick cardstock for your layers, she's got beautiful white cardstocks too. Yeah, a lot of people agree. Not Your Mama's white cardstock is amazing. It is heavyweight. It is super smooth. It's like a perfect solution to everything. Yeah, but I make so many cards because this is my job, that I have to buy white cardstock that I can get in reams. Yeah, Nina's great for everything too, but you got to make sure you get the right Nina. It's the Nina Classic Crust Solar White, 110 pound. And if you want to learn more about white cardstocks, if you go to my Share Handmade Kindness Facebook group, one of the featured or the pinned posts there is me kind of explaining the different white cardstocks, and it explains a lot of it. Hammer Mill is great. It's smooth for foiling. Yep. It's not as thick, even though it's still 110 pound. If I use, question, do you use that for your cards if you put white on the inside? I use Nina Classic Crust Solar White for a lot of things because I make so much and I can buy it in reams. So yeah, I would put that on the inside too. What printer do you recommend to print on heavy cardstock? I don't really have I have an old Brother laser printer. So I don't really have a good recommendation, but it has a front feed where you can front feed the heavier cardstock and it takes it better. It's an old Brother laser machine. They don't even make it anymore. Okay. I'm just looking at some questions before we get started. Does anybody have any questions about yesterday? Mrs. Baki, I prefer the Spellbinders Platinum, the Gina K Intricate, and then for electric, the Anna Griffin Empress. That's my personal opinion. Good morning. Can you scroll it? Thank you. If you were investing in ink pads, which vendor would you go with? This is so hard. I don't know that I would say to invest in one whole line. I know a lot of people say that. I suggest instead to pick colors that you see people using that you like and from different lines, because there's a lot of great inks out there. You don't have to just use one line when you're crafting. You can use a mix. Unless you are really dead set on having matching cardstock, and then in that case, you want to go with a company that has matching cardstock, like Concord and Ninth. Gina K has some matching cardstocks, and 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 has some matching cardstocks. And Tailored Expressions does. So you really, cardstock and ink and stamps and dies, there's just a lot of great options out there. I know that's not helpful. But you can, people in the comments can share what they like the best and maybe why. And you can always try color cubes too, or ink cubes. I don't use ink cubes much because I make so much, but yeah. Okay. Any other questions? I should talk about Gina K again. I did Gina K live last night, and in it, we launched Gina. Let me start over. In my Gina K live last night, I shared 2 new products from Gina that she said I could use in my live last night. One of them was a great floral embossing folder, stencil, and die bundle. We did a lot of techniques with that. And then the other was Matte Connect Glue. Some folks ask what the difference is, because if they missed that, between the matte and the regular. So you know, if you've watched any one of my videos, I use Gina K Connect liquid adhesive in a fine tip bottle in every time I craft. That's my liquid adhesive go-to. It has been forever. I feel like your glue, you got to have a very good relationship with. You got to have trust in your glue. And Gina, I trust Gina. Okay. So she had Gina K Connect glue for a long time, and that's what I've used forever. But when it dries, it's shiny. It's clear, but it's shiny. So if you ever get a little ooze out the side of like a gemstone or outside at the edge of a die cut on your card, you're going to have some shine. Well, now she has matte, so it doesn't have that shine. And I don't think I have. I think I threw my example away when I was cleaning. But like I showed last night, you can go back and watch it. It's at the end of my live stream yesterday. If you put like too much glue down and put a gem on it, when it oozes out, you can't really see it, the matte, but you could see the old Connect. Now, listen, I'm a details person, so to me, that's a big deal. If you're not a details person, it might not matter to you. The matte is a little bit more expensive because of the way it's made, but I'm liking it overall in many different ways. For example, you'll see me use it today, but I like how I like the consistency of it. I really do. I like how it comes out of the fine tip bottle. I just transfer mine to a fine tip bottle. I showed that last night. Thank you. And then I find like when I'm stacking die cuts, at first it doesn't like it doesn't stick super well, like immediately at coming out. So you can wiggle more and lift it and move it and wiggle more, but then it dries super strong. And if any of it, oozes out the side, it's going to be matte. Now she's going to keep both glues. She's going to carry both. I am switching to the matte for everything. What you can do is have 2 bottles, one that has like the matte and one that has the regular, and only use the matte if it's a case where you might have some showing. And you can just mark your bottles differently. But I'm doing the major switch. It's just easier for me with crafting. She is offering 20% off for you all exclusively because her big sale ended on Thanksgiving Day. So you can get 20% off that matte glue. And I forgot to mention last night, I was so excited about the embossing folders and stuff that I forgot to mention that Gina has free US shipping for $50, which is low. And at $75, you get to pick a free gift. And I forgot to mention that. She always has that offer. She's had it for a long time. So that's in addition to the 20% off that I talked about last night. Yeah, so the glue thing is just up to you. But in addition to the matte, I just like the consistency of this. And I like that my wiggle time is a little bit more, it seems. Like I can peel it up easier. I don't know if that makes sense, but you'll start seeing that more and more. If you have problems with your glue in the fine tip bottle clogging, what you can do is I keep stuck to a magnet by my desk, a pin. It's just a stainless steel pin, and I just will clear it out every once in a while. But honestly, what I do is when I start crafting, if it's clogged, I clear it out. And then when I'm done crafting, I'll clear it out. And that way the nozzle is clean and it won't get clogged. But like this is from yesterday and it's not clogged. So if you keep the little doodad on top, you should be okay. All right. Okay, a lot of people are sharing the reasons they like their the particular company's inks. That's helpful. That's good. Another thing is some people prefer foam ink pads. Some people prefer felt ink pads. The foam is kind of spongy, the felt is a little more firm. They both are great. It's just depending on how you use your products. You might like one more than another, so you might want to try one of each. So some foam brand inks would be Concord and Ninth. Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated Inks. Man, those, the colors she has, there's a lot. It's unbelievable. Who else has foam? I think Catherine Pooler does. I think Simon Hurley's newest inks are. And then most others are felt. Somebody asked, is Gina's 20% off the new glues? The new glue? Yes. And the new embossing folder. Everything I used last night. Yep. I think the only thing you can't get 20% off on over there is clearance and something else. But you could get it off her fuse machine, her die cut machine, everything. Oh, good. Pink and Main has great pins that don't rust for your fine tip bottles. That's good to know. Yeah, the saturated inks are fun. Yeah, see,
Clearance and gift cards are excluded.
Oh, Gina, clearance and gift cards are excluded, but gift cards are almost always.
Yeah.
Next year, when you add more companies, would you consider adding the greetery? It's on my list. I emailed her last week, and she's like, "Well, my sale will be over." So, because I was going to have like a guest video. So next year, I'm thinking I might do a Wednesday too for the companies that do their sales a little early. So like Wednesday, Friday, Saturday or something. Because I'm trying to add more. Concord and Ninth is foam. Oh, okay, the Simon Says Stamp glue doesn't clog. That's good to know. Somebody asked earlier, and I went by, what brand of felt I like. I personally have been using mostly lately the Postage design, and I'll actually have a special with her tomorrow, an hour with her tomorrow afternoon. So you can watch that. Hi, Cincinnati. I saw something. Oh, yes, I'm back this afternoon. Times are crossed out.
Where at?
I don't know. I just saw somebody. I don't know. Hang on. I don't know. Where did you see times crossed out? I'm live here until noon, and then I'll come back on another live stream from 3 to 6 tonight. Somebody asked for the Gina K info. That's not it. Where'd it go?
Got the link.
Can you add it? Mike is adding into the chat the link to all of Gina's information. Did you add it?
Yep.
Okay. Who is the newer crafter that I featured during my lunch hour yesterday? It was Kathy Zilski, Mindy Egan, and Carly T. Carly T is.
Did you do Kathy Zilski?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first one yesterday. I have some more that I'll probably add on tonight. Yeah, Benzie Felt is good too. Yeah, Carly T, she's great. After many other sales, the times are crossed out. On which page? Okay. I think I'm just going to start making, if that's okay. I'm just looking, see if there's anything else.
There are a couple of Ulta News sales.
Yeah, there are different Ulta News sales today. The ones that I mentioned in my live yesterday have ended, but there are new ones today.
And they added a couple more, I think 50% off embossing.
Yeah, they have a big embossing folder sale right now. Eleanor, Mike will add right now the link to the page for the Gina K code and all that information. He'll put that in the chat again now. Who was the crafter yesterday that made the pasta cards? That's Betsy Green. Betsy is here in the comments. Betsy, if you can put your Instagram handle so people can go find you on Instagram, that'd be helpful. What is unique about felt stitching dies that give them a higher price point? Most of the felt stitching dies are solid. For many different reasons, it won't leave an indentation, like a weird indentation on the felt and stuff like that. So generally, those will cost more. When you go to more, when you go to more, then right after the list of info, further down, all the times are crossed out.
That would be in the YouTube.
In the YouTube description. Here on this, try refreshing the page until, oh, that's weird. Oh, it switched, it was crossed out, then it stopped. Do you see that, Mike?
No. Hold on,
I will do something to fix it. Let me see if I can fix it. Sorry. I think it was just the shortcuts I used. Hopefully I fixed it. You might have to refresh the page. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it on. They shouldn't be crossed out. So if you can see
yeah, I'm here, so yeah, you don't need to worry about that. I will be here for all those times. It was like that yesterday too. Oh, good to know. Oh, it's because of the way I edited the.
It's where you take.
Should be fixed.
Characters.
Yeah, it took the characters I did. Can you scroll it? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and start with Lawn Fawn because I want to make something. And if I start Lawn Fawn a little early, then I can start Waffle Flower a little early and each will have a little bit longer. Yeah, I will fix those crossouts. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow. Okay. The Stitchmas dies from Spellbinders, you might be able to cut with felt, but they're really intended to be cut from paper because their holes are close together. And if you cut felt with holes that are too close together, it'll tear. So really the Stitchmas is meant for paper. Do I do wax seals? Yes, the Spellbinders and the Altenew, they have great stuff. Betsy Green is who we were talking about. You're already following Betsy. Yeah, she made that card there, the Concord 9th card. Good. I'm glad you had fun yesterday and that you're not tired of me yet. All right. It's Lawn Fawn time. I think Shari is here from Lawn Fawn. Shari's a dear friend of mine. She comes to the lake with me for a few days every year. She and her wonderful husband. And
Do you have it?
She works for Lawn Fawn now. Do I have what?
Wow.
Yes, I got it. Okay, it is fixed. Okay, I put in the chat, and I'll pin it, a link to the Lawn Fawn page. I really recommend you open up that page because at the top will be all of the information on the specials they have going on right now. And then below that will be thumbnail images of all the products I'm using today. So that page, I know that if you were here yesterday, you know that this is a flood of information. And by having a different page for each company for these lives, that's the best way to do that. Brenda Simon says stamp. So I put in the chat, pinned at the top, the Lawn Fawn page. And that is everything you need for this next hour and so. Yay. Yeah, so at the top of that is the Lawn Fawn deal that they have. Yeah, Lawn Fawn's I didn't think about this. I wanted Lawn Fawn to be at the beginning of the day because I get really excited about her products and I'm doing a lot with them. So I wanted it to be early when I'm fresh, and also last year that was like a really popular time, was the beginning, but I didn't think that lawn fawn people in California are still asleep. But Shari is here on the East Coast, so she's here. So Mike, do you have the image?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Mike's going to put up the image for Lawn Fawn. Okay, so right now, Lawn Fawn has 20% off their entire site, and I think that's through the 1st. Is that right, Shari? I think that's through the 1st. They have 20% off their entire site. And also, they're doing, on the Lawn Fawn site, you can get a free stamp set with orders of, what is it? $35. And then, if you spend $35, you get a free little stamp set. You can see him over there on the left. If you spend $70, you also get the coordinating die set for that. So that's over on their website. Yes, this is through Monday. But for those of you here, for exclusive for us, you get, with $75 purchase, that die set that you see on the right, which is a pretty hefty die set. And so I'm going to use that today. You can buy that die set if you wanted to, but it's free right now with $75 purchase. And then their shipping, what is their shipping deal, Mike? We're going to look up the shipping deal because I feel like that's always good to know. And I missed that with some companies yesterday. 50?
Yeah.
Free US shipping at 50?
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. That's generous.
No,
So
100.
100.
That's been updated, sorry.
Okay, 100.
I'll update it.
Hold on. Let me change something here. Put this. So you get free US shipping at 100. So there you have the opportunity to get 3 free gifts. If you spend $75, you get 3 free gifts, the 3 gifts that you see there. You need to use my code and and click the link that I have on the top of that sales page, okay? If you do that, then you will get those free gifts. You just got to make sure you put $75 worth of product into your cart. The Gina K, if you look at, Mike, can you add the Gina K page again for somebody who?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, shipping costs. Listen, these companies don't get to choose shipping costs. It just happens. That's out of their control. And I mean, they can't afford to pay for all the shipping on their own because they won't stay in business. Mike just added the Gina K info page into the chat. Okay, you can come back here, Mike. Okay, so great free gifts from Lawn Fawn. Very generous. So I am going to make something with that free birdhouse die and also one of their older favorite products of mine. We're going to do kind of a, I don't know what they call this set. Let me see what they call it. I call it the slider thingy, but that's not the official name. It is the pull and slide surprise dies. One of the things that whenever I do a video for Lawn Fawn, using Lawn Fawn products, I almost always make something that is interactive because Lawn Fawn has fantastic interactive dies. I think almost every release they come out with something that pops or spins or does something special. And Kelly does, from Lawn Fawn, she does really good videos on the product page explaining how to use those products. Mike, can you scroll? Really good job explaining how to put them together. And so they're some of my favorite interactive die sets. So I'm going to use one of those today, along with the die set you can get for free, and then some other things. All right? Okay. All right. So let's see this. Let me make sure my lighting is right, because it's dreary today and it was sunny yesterday. Sorry. Oops. There we go. No, it didn't change. All right, so this is This here is the free die set that you get if you exclusively for you guys. That is with orders of $75 or more. And so you can see it's a pretty generous set. I don't have the other ones that you get for $35 and $70, but you can see them on that page. I have taken my dies and I put them onto the Lawn Fawn magnetic board. These magnetic boards were on my crafty gift guide because I like how strong they are. You can see they're thick, nice and strong, and the magnet it holds. It's not a wimpy magnet. So I don't put, like, when I go to store this, I don't leave these dies on this and put it in a pocket. I take the dies off this and put it in a pocket. Then when I want to come use it, I get out one of my magnetic boards and put it on there while I'm crafting. So it keeps it all organized. Now, if it's a die set that I use a lot, like this one, which is the pull and slide dies, then I do keep it on a magnet. So this one lives on this sheet. Yeah, their magnetic sheets are fantastic. By far the best ones. Yeah, Shari Moss and Jen Shirkus do a lot of great videos using Lawn Fawn. Mike is not cracking open a beer. He cracked open a LaCroix.
Yeah. I went outside
They could hear it.
to try to be quiet. But
They could hear it. Yeah, these are hefty boards. Okay, so I started doing some die cutting off screen so that we could come up with something. Okay. Lila was up late? Did you say?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, let me make sure I have on here. What? What?
No, I was just looking at the page.
Okay. All right. Okay. So this is the set that you get for free, and it makes this cute little birdhouse. Now it's got a little stand that you can put it on, or you can make it hang with the string and the ribbon. But I thought I would use this on the pull and slide. So I have some pieces started. Okay, here we go. So I had mentioned earlier that Lawn Fawn has great cardstock. I really like their cardstocks. I use them often. One of my favorites of theirs is the paper bag. I mentioned this yesterday too. Somebody asked your favorite craft cardstocks. The paper bag is more like a true paper bag color, whereas, hold on, let me find it. This is paper bag here. It's got really nice paper bag texture and color. This is Concord and 9th wheat, so it's a lighter. So you could use those two together, but this, the paper bag is one of my go-to craft cardstocks. It's a great texture, and I feel like it matches everything. Well, I use that for the base of my house. So I die cut the birdhouse, but I wanted to add some texture to it. Now you could use pattern papers. They have great pattern paper over at Lawn Fawn, but I decided to use this quilted backdrop die. I kind of did something like this with Spellbinders yesterday, where I used a press plate on all my die cuts just to add some more interest. Today I'm going to use a cover plate die to add some interest. So I die cut my birdhouse from the paper bag. I'm just going to put this down, kind of, I don't know, making sure it's kind of centered a bit. Directly onto the die. Oops, that didn't work. Let me put it at the top. I'm all thumbs. I'm nervous again. Dang it. I didn't think I would be nervous again. Okay. So I'll put that down and run that through my die cut machine. Yeah, it's a great cover plate. Nice thing about cover plates like this also, you can make a really cool impression with it using your flexible embossing mat, and that's always fun to add some interest to it too. So just another way to use it. Let me hold it up close so you can see it. So it does indentations of that dot pattern, like faux stitches and little holes. So you can actually put color behind it and have that color show through. Mike, can you scroll it before you go? Okay. It is sticking today bad. Now, so now I have on my little birdhouse. What?
So at least the scrolling didn't stick.
Yeah, well. Now I have that little detail, but I want to see the same color through the holes. I mean, you could put like white behind it and see, oh, I kind of like that. Could put little white dots on it. I think I'll do that. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put the white die cut behind it so it shows through. See how I have a lot of time to move this glue? This is that Gina K matte, but then it'll dry nicely. I love it. Okay, so let me get my magnet, doink, and let that dry. Okay, next up we have the little roof pieces. I'm gonna glue 2 of those together. This brown, I'm not sure what it is. It's from my scraps. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Can you show the Lawn Fawn paper bag next to Lawn Fawn Craft? I don't know where my Lawn Fawn Craft is, honestly. Because if you notice behind me, I have organized all of my rainbow colors of cardstocks, but my brown and grays aren't there because I didn't want brown. I didn't have enough room, so I left brown and grays out, and I haven't organized them yet. So they're actually in the other room. Okay, so we got that going. Now I want to have something peeking through the opening because I'll have little doors on it. I love this. So I actually, let me glue this and I'll show you. I die cut the circle. This comes with the set. Drink. And I'm going to glue it to the back. You could do a lot of different things with this, but I thought this would be fun. It says I made this for you. And I white heat embossed that. And that is from this set called All the Speech Bubbles. Lawn Fawn has a few different sets like this with these super tiny little sentiments. And I love to have those to kind of stamp in different places on a card, kind of hidden in different spots, you know, like in tiny spots. And so I did on there, is that from this? Maybe it's from a different set. I made this for you. Where is that one from? I must have gotten it from a different set because I don't see it on here. Oh yeah, it's in here. It's down here. I made this for you. It's got hello friend, thank you, let's celebrate, love you lots. And they have the balloons, of course, that you can stamp those greetings in, and then you can add it anywhere, add these little balloons with any of the little critters that Lawn Fawn has. Thank you, I almost couldn't find it. So that I thought would be fun to have inside of the house. All right, now there is this little bit down here. I'll put this on here. Ooh, see, I had ooze. It'll dry matte, thankfully. Let's wipe some of that ooze off. Drink. Okay, there we go. All right, now for the opening, there are a few different options. I'm going to use these. So there is, you can just leave it open. You could put this like door here. It's just another option. Or that could be like this right here. We'll put like a frame around that. But I use this die that creates a frame with little doors that open. So I'm going to put that around the outside. There we go. And then add this on top. And that way the little doors will open and show that greeting on the inside. There we go. Okay, so there is our little birdhouse. Wood grain cardstock. I think Lawn Fawn has wood grain cardstock. I think. I think Simon Says Stamp does. I think Tim Holtz might. Yeah. Okay, Mike. Thank you.
I gotta move my laptop over so I can actually see that.
Oh, you can't see that?
Bottom of the
Oh,
screen.
okay. So, by the way, the Glassboard Studio magnetic glass work surface that I work on, and the magnets, look at, they even work through the craft stacks. So I'm just going to set that aside. We'll finish him off in a moment. Next, I just wanted that to have some time to dry. So that's from the fruit set you can get for free. Now I'm going to use the pull and slide surprise dies. These, I love this set, especially because it's a great way to incorporate a gift card, but you don't have to. And it is a good basic set that works with a lot of other things that you have. Lawn Fawn has wood grain cardstock in white, light brown, and dark brown. There you go.
Alright. It's not already there.
Oh, hey, I forgot to mention, if you are purchasing and getting this birdhouse set for free, consider getting this add-on. This is the Build a Birdhouse Christmas add-on die set, because look at what you can do. With the add-on die set, you can add little Christmas lights to your birdhouse. Now I'm going to make more of a spring card today, but you could easily make it a winter card. So you could put snow on the roof, Christmas lights, and they have 2 dies. So this one you just add color to the bulbs, and then you glue this one on top, and that will be the wire. There's a bow, pine cone, pine, and stars. So you could put a little star like in the inside of the door or right above it. So you can easily make this a holiday card. Isn't that cute? Now I'm not going to do a holiday card, but that add-on is available, and something, if you're trying to get to the 75 to get this free, you could get this and then you'll have it to go with it. I wanted to mention that. All right, and they also have, you'll see a lot of birds themed stamp sets that I'm going to incorporate with this. So this is the pull and slide surprise die, and I cut this mechanism here from a light blue cardstock. This was a scrap. I'm not really sure whose it is, but I just used a light blue cardstock because I wanted like a sky color, okay? So I've cut that using the main die. And then you'll see Lawn Fawn is really good about this. See the score line there, and score line there, and score line there. So I know exactly where I need to fold it. So I'm going to fold up on this one, and then I'm going to fold back on this one, and then fold up on this one. Okay, so you're going to end up having, looks like a leg kicking out. All right, looks kind of funny, but that's what you do. Now this is going to be the slider mechanism to make this work. Yes, that diamond cover plate is Lawn Fawn. It is called the Quilted Diamond Backdrop. She has a lot of cute ones. She has a vertical and horizontal heart one that has little hearts in a like a quilt pattern. I love that. Okay, so this is going to be your slider mechanism. So you can choose any color for it, but it will also, yeah, well, it will also be what you have when you pull it out. You can stamp something on here. Now, I'm not going to do that right now, but you definitely could. So let me show you. So this will end up sliding. Now, we're going to let's first, actually, let's flip this over. There are these little supports. These long dies create these long supports. It's this right here. You can just do one of these, but I'm going to do 2. I'm going to stack 2. So these dies create supports, and these supports, oh man, I'm losing everything. This is how it goes. These supports here go right along the back edge. So I'm going to glue one right along the back edge, or close to the back edge. Zoink. Okay, there's one. Let's do one on the other side. 2. And if you want to, you can stack another on those. I'm going to, just for a little bit more room for the slider, but you could do just one if you wanted. I think that's what they have on their website, is just one. Yeah, Lawn Fawn's got some great, really unique interactive dies. This one I feel like is just a really good basic because you could use it in so many ways, which you'll see once we get it going. All right, so there's our sliders. Okay, can you see those on the sides there? So that's the back side. All right, now we need to attach this to this. If you wanted to, you could stamp on this. You could do a different color out here and cut the flap off and glue it on so you have a frame. You could do, one thing I considered is I really like the Lawn Fawn cloud stencil. So you could stencil some clouds on the background. I'm not going to do any of that today, but you definitely could do whatever you wanted to this. Where do you put the Jennifer in for the free birdhouse? At checkout, there should be a little spot. All right, next, I'm going to put glue on to the back of this little flap here, okay? So I'm going to put liquid glue. You can use double-sided tape onto that little flap on the back. See that little flap there? Now, this is our slider piece. This is the slider piece. I'm going to flip it over, and I'll put the bottom of this along the bottom of the flap, all right? In between those sliders. All right, so I'm just going to center that up, zoink, so you can see there's room between the edges. And when you flip it over, this should line up at the top. The white edge should line up with the blue, and this little tab should stick out right at the middle. But the only place it's glued is on that little flap. See, it's only glued on the back of that little flap down there, Mike. All right, so you'll see that you've got the slider mechanism going, okay? But I want to make sure this doesn't shift. Just glue that all down. Yeah. So you can see it has movement to some room to slide. Okay. There we go. You see that? Isn't that fun? So that's like the basic gist of it. You can go ahead and add this to a card base. Oh, say this is a card base. You could just add it to it and you have this fun slider mechanism. Now, you can go crazy with this. You can put another scene inside. You can put, so that's revealed when you pull it. You can also put like a stamped greeting right here. All right, so a lot of different ways you can do this. I'm going to incorporate a gift card, but you can extend the scene. Lawn Fawn's great with scenes, right? You could extend the scene up here and here. Now, the one thing I would recommend is not to glue die cuts up here because it might hinder some of the movement of this going back down. You can put die cuts in here, but what I would recommend is putting a piece of acetate over it. I can show that later if we want to. Yes, this video does not go away. It will not go away. You can go watch the replay anytime. When all of these events over, I will do a blog post that'll have like a timestamp on each video so you can go exactly to where Lawn Fawn starts. All right. Now, I saw somebody ask what colors of Lawn Fawn cardstock you really like. I'm going to use some of them. The green that I like, oh dear, what's it called? Algae? Is it algae? Yeah. No. Let me see. I'll find it. I think it's algae. No, I'm not finding it. Their Noble Fur is a great dark green. Is it called algae? Sorry, Mike. Algae. Yes, this is algae. This is pencil eraser, and it is a really unique color. I don't have that in anything else personally, and I just think it's a really cool color. It's like a muted peach mauve color. I also like their guava. That's this one. I use that a lot. And their Blue Jay is great. It's like a bright navy color. The Mermaid is a good one. And of course, and the nice thing about this is they have matching inks too. Mermaid cardstock is great. They have isn't there a Merman ink? Yeah, and there's Merman and Mermaid inks. I love all their names. But those are some of the cardstocks that I really, really like. Okay. Oh, and the paper bag, which I mentioned. Their cardstock is great. Droop, 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 droop. Okay, so we're gonna make something here. Now I want to put my birdhouse so it will stand up like on here when you pull it. That's not cilantro. I really don't think it is. Do I have it in the wrong place? I can't. this is cilantro. I'll show you. This is cilantro. That's cilantro. This is noble fir. I don't have my lawn fawn swatch book done yet. Yeah, and this is algae. Wink. Cilantro, noble fir, algae. Okay. So I thought it'd be fun to have like a grass hill here that I can make my birdhouse stick out of. All right, so I want like a grass hill down here. So I have somewhere, man, these are some of my, this die right here is one of my most used dies. This is the Simple Stitched Hillside from Lawn Fawn. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it, I cut another one of these pop-up things from algae cardstock, and I'm gonna put this hill right down here. So it'll cut that hill. So bear with me, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm hoping this works. Does it taste like soap? That's funny. That's really funny. I shall not taste it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, then Lawn Fawn's got some great names. Some great names. Simon Hurley does too. Tim Holtz.
I just commented on how Simon Hurley said him and his mom will sit around.
Come up with names. Yeah, she's vetoed some. Simon Hurley, he said he's come up with some names that his mom's like, no, you can't use that. Okay, so now I have these pieces that I can glue down here on the bottom. So here we go. Zoink. See? So you can really add whatever you want. I'm gonna put a little glue under here. Whatever you want down here. My little slider moved. It shifted and it's sticking out on the side, so I'm just pulling it up and moving it over. Good enough. And then this, I need to make it fold so it won't hinder that fold line. So let's go zoink, zoink. Let me flatten that out, lay it down, and put something heavy on it. All right. So now we've got that little like hill down there. I don't know, I thought it'd be fun. Just trying to show you different ways to do this. So now I have my little birdhouse stem thingy, base, whatever you want to call it. But you don't want to put glue above the fold line here or it won't pop up. So I just have glue on the back bottom and I'm going to tuck that in under. So there's no glue above this fold line. All right. Yes, Lawn Fawn has great tutorials on their website. There's a video with all of these that is always well done. Zoink is a word around here. I don't know where it came from. If you are on the sofa and you get up to get a drink and somebody takes your spot, that's called zoinking in our house. I don't know why, but I also use it when I'm crafting. I don't know what it is. Yeah, this is, so they have, if you like that hillside die, because the nice thing is, look at the hillside die does the stitching along it, which matches the stitching that the pull and slide does, right? So if you like these kind of hillside things, they've got like all different kinds of hills. Like, who's here from Lawn Fawn? They've got like curvy hills, they've got water waves, they've got all, if you're looking for border dies for scenes, Lawn Fawn's your place. Came from a car. Zoink came from Scooby-Doo? Did you know that, Mike?
Well, yeah, it was in that.
Is that what it's from?
I think so.
Mike knew that. I didn't. I don't remember that. Now, I don't want my birdhouse. I could. I'm just putting this yellow here as a base. Just a guide to see where everything goes. I'm not going to do a yellow background, but this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And you can see how this fits so nicely at the center. I don't want this to go up too high because I don't want it to get in the way of that pole. So I'm just, it's going to be a short, but you get it. That's the fun of their products. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll put glue here, just below the score line. See, I'm below that score line. And I'll put glue on this too, to give it some support. And I'll make it go right about there. Now, before I show you how that works, I want that to dry. So I'm gonna put something heavy there. Now, in the die set also, it's Scooby-Doo. Okay, good to know. Kelly's here. Everybody tell Kelly how amazing she is with these interactive-y kind of dies. I mean, she's got everything. You name it. If there's an interactive kind of card you want to make, she has a die set for it that makes it easy. Or that she has interactive die sets that do things I've never seen anybody else do before. Kelly or Shari, do you have like a category or something where everybody can go see all of your interactive stuff, interactive dies? I would love if you could share that. Also, remember, at the top of my supply list on that Lawn Fawn page is a link to my Lawn Fawn card gallery. A lot of people messaged me last night saying they didn't know I had a card gallery. If you go to my website at the top, it has a video gallery and a card gallery. And you can go to that, say you have a Lawn Fawn products, or you love Lawn Fawn, you can go to that and you can search by theme, technique, or company. And you can click Lawn Fawn, and then it'll show you thumbnails of every Lawn Fawn card I have. And when you click it, it'll take you to the video that shows it. So if you go to the Lawn Fawn card gallery, which is in the top of my supply list on the Lawn Fawn page, you will see all of my cards, and you'll see lots of interactive ones from them. So if you want to take a quick look over there before you place your order and see what other interactive things you might want to try, I would do that because you get 20% off right now. Oh, Mike. That's what it's from. I didn't know. I just say it. Okay, that's funny.
We usually use it when the dog, if you get up from your spot, the dog immediately.
Yeah, the dog will zoink. Okay, so if you look, yes, you do have an interactive. Let me see, interactive. I'm going to get that for you. Just a second. I'm going to add it. I added it to the top of my supply list. You might have to refresh the page to get it. Let me get it. I will put the link to all their interactive stuff in the chat right now. That link right there is all their interactive dies. And then remember, you can go look at my card gallery because I've used a lot of her interactive dies. I missed a few this year that she came out with, but I do plan to go back and use them because I didn't really center that. Oh well. So now watch this. It stands up. Isn't that cool? All right. All right. So on this die set, this is the. Oh, good. I'm glad you got the stamp wheel. This is the pull and slide surprise. I just think it's a good all-around interactive die set, and I thought it worked really well with this birdhouse that you can get for free. Now in here, I forgot to mention, there's a great hello and thanks. In fact, here I cut the thanks. Isn't that cute? And there's also a hello, and it fits really well on there. So you can put it really anywhere you want, right? There are also banner dies, but in here also, you see this one here and this one here. That's so you can create a tab, a strong tab. So I did that off screen. One of the dies cuts a little, let me die cut it again because I don't know where I put it. I cut it, but I don't see it here. And I want to make sure that I really explain all the things you can do with this die set well, because I feel like it works with a lot of things. Like you could do this kind of interactive card from Lawn Fawn, this die set, and you could use it with like a beautiful Altenew floral bouquet. Like you don't have to use it with just cutesy little scenes. You can change it up and use it with other things too. It's just one of those universal ones. Okay, so there are two different little tabs that you can create. This one has a little arrow. So if you glue it on here, you'll fold it back. It's an arrow so somebody knows to pull it. That's one option. The other one does a solid one, and I stamped pull here on it. This die set, or this stamp set that I'm about to show you, is one of my most loved stamp sets. You'll be able to tell when you see it. In fact, I have two of them because I misplaced it once and it freaked me out. If you make any kind of interactive card, any kind, anything that lights up, spins, whatever, this stamp set, it's a tiny one, so it's a good price point, has all the images you need to tell people how to use it, okay? I've used this for years. This was on my favorite, on my crafty gift guide and my favorite stamp supply list back when I did that many times. It's an older set, okay? So, you know, there's push me, press me. So if you do a light up card, open here, slide, look inside, you know, little arrows, a lot of different options. Slide me, shake me for a shaker card. So you can like stamp shake me even on the inside of the card, different things like that. So I use these, you can see I use them a lot, but I used the, where is it? Pull here, because Kelly is brilliant. That pull here fits perfectly in this little pull tab. Look at that. So is it out of stock? This set is gone all the time. Kelly, do you know when you will get more of these, or do you have a notify me? I wonder if Simon has it. Let's see if Simon has it.
Which one's it called again?
No, Simon's out of stock too. The push here stamp set. You know who might also have it? Is, let's see if Pear Blossom Press. I think they had it. Yes.
Is it the, what was it called again?
It's out of stock there too.
Which
Darn.
What's it called again?
The push here.
It's,
So they have notify me. We always have them on order, so there'll be more coming. So do the notify me button for that. Maybe scrapbook.com?
They have it.
Scrapbook.com has it.
I'll add to the list.
Mike's going to add it to the list. You just will have to refresh that page.
Little die set, push here.
Oh, no, it's a stamp set.
Okay, I was looking for the.
It does have a coordinating die set that cuts these out.
That's right. So
This is called push here.
Push here.
Sorry I used something that was sold out. It's sold out everywhere. Okay, so Kelly will be getting more of these, but I had to use it on this. So you'll have to get that later on. Okay, so this you just fold in half, okay? And then you can glue it onto that top. So you could make your tab a different color if you wanted. In fact, I might have liked it better blue, but that's okay. So you could either fold it in half, or you could like leave the tab up. I'm gonna cut mine off so it's just on the top. You don't have to do this. You could just fold it. No. Did I do another one? I'm gonna leave it together. Ignore me. I did sleep well. Does Gina have one? That's good. I didn't fold it on the fold line. I folded it on the faux stitching line. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, so now this I'll glue up there. So now I have a pull here, but you don't need, if you don't have the pull here set, it's an oldie one that I've used a lot of times, so some of you might have it. All right, here we go. You can also use that little arrow die. Let me show you what that looks like too. I'll use that since the pull here is sold out, just so you can see what it'll look like. So what I'll do, I'm gonna take a silver pen. Well, no, I can't because I just put glue on it. Never mind. I'll put
individual named Richard Breaks here.
Richard's here. Richard, you're one of my favorite people. Oh, I put glue where the arrow is. Good thing I used matte glue. It won't be shiny. Yes, Lawn Fawn has a lot of great critters. All right, which one? Oh, yes, the reveal wheel is an interactive die set that's great from Lawn Fawn. Share with everyone your favorite Lawn Fawn interactive sets. The reveal wheel, I did a video with the reveal wheel, and you can, if you search reveal wheel on my blog, you'll find it. The Tada diorama or whatever, that's really good. Yes, this will still fit if you have this tab on here. I promise it'll fit into an envelope. I made a mess with my glue. What I really need to do is let the glue dry and then use my Pink and Main adhesive eraser. Okay. Drink. Okay. So now I did the little arrow instead. You could put color behind the arrow, but I didn't. Now let's see what else I want to do. I have some options. Let me look. I'm going to wait on the sentiment because I don't know what sentiment I'm going to do. I grabbed a few different things to show you some different things that would go with it. Oh, I have clouds. So these are, I think I have this on my list. These are oldies that I've used for a long time. The simple puffy clouds. For some reason I have a sun in my die. Yep, simple puffy clouds. I just like that there are 3 sizes and I like the shapes of them. So I think I'm going to add some clouds to the background. But I think I'll do the smaller ones. I might not do clouds. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm gonna wait. As far as the card base I'll put this on, I might just do white. I think I might. I'm gonna get an envelope so you can see how it'll fit. You can use an A2 envelope for it. I'm just grabbing any color just so you can see. Platform pop-up, that's a good one too. There you go. See how this is going to fit in here, no problem, in the envelope. All right. Magic Iris, that is a good one. Oh, it's so cool. Yes. Okay. So there are a few different things I could do. In the birdhouse die set, there is a little bird and a butterfly. You could use that. So there's this little bird die cut that you can have there. But I think, so it would be really, one option you could do is if you got the snow add-on, you could make a little snow scene. But I'm going to do a spring one. And I think I want to add some stamped birds instead. So there are a few bird stamp sets. This one, I've used this one before. This is, hi babe. Oh, Lila's making a jellyfish? Crocheting a jellyfish. Rainbow jellyfish. You have to show later. Will you show us? Okay. You're up early. Oh man. Okay. This is the Lawn Fawn backyard bird feeder. So there is a stamp set, there are coordinating dies, and there are stencils to color in their images, which I'm all about. They also have, that's the bird feeder. This is the, I have the stencils and everything somewhere. This is the backyard feeder add-on. So it's a different feeder. And you have a little guy here that's looking up at the birds. Some of these sentiments are funny, like long time no seed. Mike loves these. Seeds the day. There's seeds the day again. Let's see here.
I seeds what you did there.
Have a seed-sational day. I seed to tell you something.
All right, I quit.
It's your bird day. Spring is in the air. So you could do it's your bird day on these too. Isn't that funny? You know, you got to have fun with these things. I'm going to open up my little doors here. Look at the little doors. That's so cute. Okay. So those are some options. I also pulled this because I thought maybe I could, if you wanted to make it a hanging birdhouse, you could have a branch. So this is the tree branches backdrop. So you could use this and die cut it and cut a branch off and have some branches coming in. So that's another thing that you could do. It also you could like use the frame and have some of them push over. Anyway, this works really well with the birdhouse too. So you could cut this without the interactive die. Cut this, put I should have made this. If I have time, maybe I will. You could have a little birdhouse hanging from this top branch with a little bow using the die that's in that set. Okay? I love it. I might do that. If I have time, I'll do that later. So I thought that might be something that's good to incorporate. I think what I'm going to use is the backyard bird feeder. That's not the add-on. This is the backyard bird feeder. So I stamped some of those birds already to save some time. Oh, you know what? That would be cute, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. That would be cute. You could get a pack of seeds and put it with it. That's so smart. So smart. That'd be cute. I actually bought a bunch of seeds one year, so I could do that. Put packs of seeds in my cards, and I don't know where I put them.
One time when somebody sent cards to Dad, they included a little seed pack.
Oh yeah.
For individual certain flowers.
That's right. I remember when my dad was sick, someone sent little seed packs, different flower seed packs, in a card for him. And my mom loved it. Okay, I need a clip for my hair. We're getting serious here. Okay, isn't that an adorable idea? I agree, Erica. Okay, I'm choosing which birds I want. I think I want him in the sky, or him. How about these two in the sky? And which one do I want sitting? Well, let's just start. I'm going to do these two flying ones in the sky. Now, if you can color like Jen Shirkus with Copic markers and stuff, you don't need these, but I do. They are layering stencils that allow you to color these in quickly. And she now, I think, am I right that Kelly or Shari or somebody, that all the stamp sets you come out with now, you have the optional stencils, because it is a huge time saver for those of us who do not enjoy the coloring bit. I don't know what color birds I want. See, this is where Jennifer overthinks. Oh, I need to show a few of the colors that I like here. Let's see. Hold, please. Let me show a few colors that I like. Oh, this is a great color too. Let me show you some of the colors. My ink swatches, I don't know where they are. Let's see. Let's do some swatchy. Okay. These are cute. Sage Leaf is a unique green, and Minty Fresh. I like those two together. Those are pretty. This is a beautiful color from Lawn Fawn. Forget Me Not. Look at that. It has just a touch of purple to it. Now, Guava, the cardstock I showed you before that I like, there's an ink pad that matches. And then I told you earlier, Merman and Mermaid. So Mermaid's a little bit darker. Those are some of my favorite colors. Oh, and then the eraser one. Wild Rose is pretty too. Let's see. Let me show you Wild Rose. Look at that. Isn't that great? It goes really nice. It's like a little bit darker than the Guava. And Grape Soda I like. These are some of my favorites. But they have inks that match their cardstocks too. All new sets with coloring stencils. Okay, so all new sets will have coloring stencils available, and they're going back and doing some for their older ones too. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do Forget Me Not for my birds. I just have to go light-handed, okay? Because I don't want it to, because it's a darker color, and I'm just doing these little birds, but we can do that. So watch how fast it is to color these. Let's go drink. Let's just do a little like that. Like that. So there's that guy colored. Then there's a little opening for his belly, which I think I'm just going to do a teeny bit of this. So it'll be kind of like white. Then there is the little one for his beak, which you could just color in if you wanted to with the marker, because that's quick. I can even handle that. But I'm going to use Carrot. So even these tiny, and what's neat is I just followed right along this line, so they all work together. Yeah, Blue Jay is a great color cardstock. I have it right behind me. So look how quickly I colored that cute little bird. I'm telling you, it's the greatest thing ever. So this top line right here goes with this. And let me show this. I need to talk about this better because they really did a good job with this. So see how there's etching. So you can line it up, and all of these line up to color up this next bird. And see how there's little etching, and it allows you to do the tiniest little areas. So much fun. Yeah, very intricate. Now, some of Lawn Fawn images are bigger than this. So I chose something small. But for me, it would take me a long time to color this with Copics, and it would drive me mad. I'm better. I don't know about you. I'm more comfortable with inking. I'm much more comfortable with inking with a blending brush. But everybody's different. So it's good they have options. Now, Jen Shirkus, who's here, I think she's here, she is a master at coloring all these with Copic markers. It makes me sweat. No. I'm not a fan of Copic. If I do Copic markers, I mean, I think they're great, but I'm not good at it. So when I use Copic markers, I get stressed, and I don't want to be stressed. That's awesome. All right, which bird do I want sitting? This little guy's cute. I think I want him. Yeah, he's cute. He's coming home with me. So these are just super quick. I love you too, Jen. Okay, Jen Shirkus and Shari, they do lives. And I actually have their information. I used to, at least. We haven't updated in a while on my lives page that talks about people who do lives. They do great lives, and they use Lawn Fawn, and both of them are incredibly talented. Jen or Shari, can you put a link in the chat to where you do your lives? Jen is great. So is Shari. Shari made me this card. Look, that's Lawn Fawn product. If you're a stitcher like me, I should talk about this too, because I've done tons of them. If you're a stitcher like me, Lawn Fawn has this circle die with an embroidery hoop, and Shari does a bunch of patterns like this on their website, so you can do a bunch of different patterns on it. And they have other shapes too, but these are great for those who like to stitch on paper. Look how cute that is. I love it. So this is all Lawn Fawn stuff here. And that's from my Shari. Okay. All right. I'm just looking. Oh, okay. Lawn Fawn has free classes called Craft with Us too. So, but look at like this, so you can check those out too, and they can put that link in the chat. This stencil right here has like that branch to color that branch very quickly. And then like here's for the bird feeder to color it quickly. I love that. I'm gonna put these away because I don't want to get it all over everything. Yeah, that hoop die is a great one. Mike, can you add their stitching dies, a link to their stitching dies? That would be great.
Is it in the list or?
I don't think so, because I didn't even think about it.
Lawn Fawn stitching.
Okay, so let's cut these suckers apart. I'm using my Lawn Fawn clippers to cut these. All right. Yeah, they do have a bunch. And Shari does a bunch of patterns like pumpkins and different things that you can do on it, which I love because it, then you don't have to figure it out. I also just like to stitch rainbow lines or whatever. I've done many. They have a heart that I love. My throat was hurting last night afterwards, and I was gonna just go to my room and like be quiet, but my friends were over and Colin, and I was like, I need this. I needed it. I don't get to see all of them all that often, so it was wonderful. We had a great time. We had that delicious ravioli from Costco that you all have to go out and get. And the funny thing is, as I said, my friend Cammie is really good at cooking. And then I said she was bringing something from Costco. Normally, she cooks. I think tonight she's cooking something and bringing it. We have lots of leftovers today. I'm excited. Okay. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Oh, okay. Jen Shirkus. Jen, please put it in the chat. look at what Jen's about to post. She does online classes using Lawn Fawn product, and she is having a sale on her classes today. So you can look at hers and maybe some of these products or some other products you have, she has classes for. The wire snippers, these are Lawn Fawn. Mike, can you add the wire snippers to the supply list?
I'm adding Jen Shirkus to the sales page.
Okay.
It actually escaped my spreadsheet. So
Oh.
It did not go up this morning.
Oh no. That's okay.
I always
She forgives
fail
us.
a little bit.
No, we always, it's hard. It's a big puzzle. This piece is small.
So it's going up
Why
in
is,
a minute.
hold on.
What am
I
I
was
supposed
using a
to
small
add?
piece. The wires, the die cutters at Lawn Fawn, they're cute, aren't they? Okay. So this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I could extend my scene off the edge some. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to glue these down yet because I want, oh my gosh, for pity's sake, look how cute that is. Yes, Jen has great classes. Oh, she can't. Okay, Brianne put Jen's website up. Thank you, Brianne. Mike added it to the list. He's going to add it to the list. He added stitching dies. So if you go to the pinned page at the top here, oops, not that. Dink, I pasted the wrong thing. If you go to my Lawn Fawn page, these things will be added to the supply list at the bottom, all the thumbnails. You might have to refresh that page if you're already there. And when he adds stuff, you have to refresh to see it. Okay, so before I add my little birds, I want to pick my sentiment. So I had some options. I could do some of those punny ones I talked about. I could do this thanks, but I think instead, I was thinking of using one of my other favorite die sets, stamps and die sets from Lawn Fawn. It is called the Thanks, Thanks, Thanks stamp set. So it has 3 different styles of thanks, which I think is really cool. And then little sentiments to go with it, like thanks for everything, sending thanks. And then these little fun ones that are great for the inside that say, seriously, thank you, I mean it, I can't say it enough, like a lot. So you can do different greetings with this, even exclamation marks. And there are dies that cut out those big stamped thanks really nicely. Oh, that's cool. So I could use one of these right along the bottom. And I could stamp one of these like on the grass, but I think I don't think I'm going to add that. I might put a bird at the bottom sitting. I don't know. So let's see. I got to pick which one. The birdhouse is cute. So I could put that there. I kind of like that big thanks. No, that's good. I like that one. I think I'm going to do that thanks. And I could, again, do one of these, you know, you're so thoughtful or thanks, sending thanks, many thanks. But I think I'm just going to go with thanks. But I can't glue that down without stacking some behind it. Oh, yeah, Jen Shirkus, if you want to know how to do Copics, she has a Copics 101 class, I think it is, that I've heard many great things about. Me, I'm all about these little stencils. I used to use Copics. I don't anymore. Okay. Shari, do you know if there's a way to order all of the Lawn Fawn inks in one click? Oh, I forgot to tell you about one important ink. This is incredibly important. If you listen to anything this weekend, this is it. Lobster, the perfect red. It is the perfect red. Lobster, perfect red. Yeah, Jen's Copic 101 class is 15% off today. She's fantastic. When I was a card maker at the beginning, I took a class from her. She used to teach for a company called I think it was Amuse Stamps, and I took a class from her back in the day. Lobster, it's a great red. It's not too happy or bright, but it's not too dull. It's just like Christmas red. Lobster. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. I've always said every year I say for the perfect red, lobster. All right. And it's a great name for that red ink too. You're my lobster, yes. I was hoping somebody would come up with that. Pam, you're always on it.
Good.
You have matching cardstock for lobster? I don't have it. Dang it. I need to get some.
They're not shellfish, but
Okay, hold on. I think I probably have in my card gallery some Lawn Fawn stitched cards. I have to. Let me see. I'm going to look real quick. Because I should have done some stitching today. I really should have. Oh, I forgot about the beer shaker. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you look in my card gallery, I have lots of stitching and all the interactive ones and this thanks die. Okay, this thanks stamp set I used another time. There, I put my gallery there in the chat if you want to look at all my Lawn Fawn stuff. Okay, so I have, oh, that's good enough. I got a stack. I like to stack my sentiment because then it stands out in the sentiment's most important part of the card. Yeah, I need lobster cardstock too, Heather. Heather, I'll place a big order and you can have some of mine. How about that? Heather lives nearby me. And she holds the title for the most thoughtful human in the whole wide world. Okay.
You want one of her gift bags?
Yeah, she does these sunshine boxes where she puts everything yellow in it, yellow candy, like all kinds of yellow stuff, and will give it to you to brighten your day. She gave Colin his favorite graduation gift. It was a book with all these different gift cards with funny little sayings with them. He loved it. She is good at gift giving. Lila is correct. Okay, so now I need to think about this a bit. Oh, I was going to use that background die more. I'll use it right now. I meant to use it on the grass before I glued it down, but I'm not going to. Do you see me digging? Where'd it go? Yes, stack them up. Stack them up. I agree. And I have a little section over there, and I have some here of like scraps of cardstock that I can cut from, and also mess ups. Like if I mess up some stamping or stenciling, instead of throwing it away, I will use that for stacking. I don't have any Bossy Jossie coupons. Maybe I could do something with her next week. Okay, the snips are the same, but they're different color now. Okay, mine are really old. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to show you something else with this. Okay, because this is really cool. So you can poke out all these little holes and see the pattern. Look at that. But you can also make an impression with it, which I'm going to do that too, just to give a little different look. Because I have the time. Hold on. I got to find everything now. So I did this a lot yesterday, making an impression with a die. You just need to use that flexible embossing mat that most machines come with. Good, Rachel, I'm glad you like it. Okay, Heather is the best. Heather's fantastic. Heather does the customer service for online card classes, and she's so good at it. Oh, and remember, my online card classes that I own with Christina, we have $5 off. Or did that end yesterday? I don't know. No, it's still going. You think I'd know. Okay, now look it. Hold on. Let's see, the stitching.
I believe it's all weekend. So, if it's not, you have control.
Mike put the stitching loop, like that stitching one, on the supply list. So if you go to the page and refresh it, you'll find it on the thumbnails. Let me see.
Also, Shari sent me the embroidery hoop patterns they have.
Oh, good.
That's a neat set of stuff.
I'm adding, you'll see when I set, let me put this on here. Hold please. Mike is going to add to that supply list over on the Lawn Fawn page. He's going to add the patterns of stitching patterns that
I did. It's near the list, and I'm about to add the die to cut them.
He added it to the list, So you just have to refresh my page. Here, I'll put the page in the chat again. If you go to that page, if you're already there, just refresh it. You'll see it. Okay, so let me show you these two different options. So I'll put pink behind this so you can see. So this is the one where I die cut, and it does that little pattern with little holes. This is the one where I made the impression with the die using the embossing mat. And so it doesn't cut the holes, it just gives you more texture. See how there's more texture to this one? So you could use either. I think I'm gonna use the textured one that I did with the embossing mat. So any cover plate, you can do that, get a different look. Okay. I will put, here we go, let's see. All of the stitching dies are in the link I just put in the chat. Okay, so I think this is gonna go on here so you can see that little pattern. It matches the pattern on the house. And then another thing, I should have done this first. I'm gonna change this. I want to make it, so this is not necessary, but I want it so you can easily grab the tab. So I'm gonna cut a little notch out of the top of my, my background. So just bear with me. I'm gonna use this circle die that is from, it's the door to the birdhouse. I'm just gonna put it kind of centered-ish on the top of this 4 1/4 piece. I'm using my Glassboard Studios grid to line that up. I'll tape this. This is just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch panel, and I'll run that through. It's not really centered, but good enough. Then I'll do the same on my note card. This is not necessary, but I think it'd be fun. Okay, so this is a side fold note card. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm lining up the panel I just cut so I can get the whole circle in the same spot. And I'll cut that at the top of my folded note card. So I'm going to have a notch cut out of the top. Okay. Yeah, I think Fawn has notch dies in one of the sets, but I'm just using what I got here. So now I can put this on the front, and so there's a notch on all the layers. So now when I put this on, there's an easy place to pull that. But now I need to, and I got ink all over this. I'll use my paper sander to sand off all that ink. I must have had on my fingerprint, on my fingers. Some up here too. There we go. Okay. Next, the die. I think I'll just go ahead and use this. Just cut it normal. So I'm going to redo this. Yeah, any animal you could have ever imagined, they have dies for, or stamps for. Okay. All right, so now let's put this on the front. Oh, come along now. There we go. Shrink. Let me pop out the, I'm just going to pop out the outside holes because everything else will be covered. This will cover the entire front of our card panel. You know what else would have been cute here is Fawn has like really cute plaid pattern papers. A lot of different pattern papers. A lot of them are great for cards because the patterns are small. You can get them in full size sheets, like if you're a scrapbooker, but I like the 6x6 pads, and the patterns are small, so they work on cards well. And so a piece of that pattern paper would be really good right here, but I'm going with this texture. Pew, pew. Okay, so onto the front. This goes, I'm weird. All right, there we go. Their paper is great. I missed the name of the bird stamp that I'm using again. This is the bird feeder. Oh dear. bird feeder. It's the bird feeder, something. Bird feeder, backyard bird feeder. Yeah, some of their pattern papers even have foil, like foil details on it. Let's put this on here. All right, so we have our thanks. I've got these dies. They need to find their home. Oh dear, tomorrow's going to be rough. Okay, we'll go back to it. Okay, so let's see. Am I going to want to add, the thanks is going to go right here. I'm going to go ahead and add that now. So put our adhesive on the back, and this is that matte connect. So if it oozes out, the world will be okay. The world will still be okay. And you can have things hanging off of, you know, these elements just as long as they don't hinder the opening and closing. This fits perfect there. Oh my gosh, come along now. All right, let's see here. So I'm gonna have some little birdies. I think I'll have like, maybe one up here. I'm being bold and just going with it. One kind of flying in there. And then this guy I want up here in the corner. Oops, I put glue on the wrong edge. Yeah, whatever. Him kind of flying in. He wants to be with his friends. And then this guy, I think I'm gonna have him sit on the thanks message. And then this will be able to open. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So he's gonna just be hanging out on my sentiment. Oh, come along now. Look at that. You know what this will need later? From the backyard bird feeder add-on set, this little guy sitting down on the bottom of the card looking up. Or maybe some little flowers. So that way there's some on the bottom too. I didn't even think about that, but oh well. Okay, let's go ahead and add this though. Now when you add this, yeah, I think it'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be fine. Now when you add this, you could, if you wanted to, put like, cut another piece of paper. I think it's 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. You can cut another piece of cardstock to 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 and have it behind it so that when you open it, you see that. And this could be another little scene. It could be pattern paper, whatever you want. And you glue that down first. I think I might do that. You know what? I'm going to do that. Hold on. So it's 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. That's the size of the mechanism, I believe. So this will fit perfectly behind it. You could do another color cardstock, but I'm not gonna. Oh, I have little flowers I can add too. I forgot about that. So that can go on the back. So now when you open it, you'll see here. So I could stamp a greeting here, like maybe from that thanks stamp set. I could do, I could stamp in here for all you do. So that would show up in there. But just to save time, I'm not. I will show you. So this can be, you can do on there anything you want. Now to glue this backing on, you just put glue only on those risers or those guides that we glued to the side. You don't want glue anywhere else. You can put glue along the bottom here if you want, but I'm not going to. So I just have glue along those rails or whatever. And then you lay your piece down onto that. And this can be added to your card wherever you want. So if it would be easier if you did your stamping before you glued it down on there, but I'm not going to take the time to do that, okay? Because I have another idea. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Now this can get added onto here. And see how the little tab is easy to pull thanks to that little nook we made? Now, if I did this again, I would probably make my tab a different color. I could tear it off and do it again, but make it so it stood out a little bit more there, but I didn't do that. But you can see how you can create all kinds of things around this mechanism. So now that gets added right to the center. And then, see this is where I like doing the gift card thing. Now you can use little glue dots to do this, but I'm going to use just a little bit of tape runner. So I will pull this open. It's crooked. There we go. I will pull this open. And then right here, I'm going to put a little bit of glue tape, tuck my gift card in, and now when they pull it open, they see a gift card. So this would be good for holiday gift or whatever. This one I could give as a teacher thank you card. Another thing you can do is put the gift card on this. So when they pull it up this way, the gift card shows up here. Yeah, I could color the tab with a marker. That's a good idea. Okay, so you can put other things in here. I could still put a little sentiment. I could have put this higher and put a little stamped sentiment underneath it. But I'm just going with that simple, yeah, I can change the color with a marker, but I'm just gonna save some time and not do it. All right, so again, I could add more things to this. The little die set, the bird die set, also has little flowers. So I could, if I wanted to, I cut them out of the guava cardstock that I like so much, and that might be fun, a pop of color. I think I'd like that. I could put some little flowers in the grass. Let's do that. Boop. All right. So I'm going to put little flowers in the grass. I cut them from the pencil eraser cardstock and the guava. And you can layer them on top of each other. Look at those cute little flowers. Aren't they cute? Look at that. Yeah, I like that. Now, another fun thing you could do is like, you could do another bird and just glue with the little tape runner the bird onto the gift card. It will still work. Their gift card will still work. And it's just a way to kind of add some interest. So let's put, I like these little flowers. So let's go over what we got going on here. So Lawn Fawn has 20% off site-wide. They have a free gift that you get for $35. You don't need to use a code. I think it automatically gets added. They have, if you spend $70, you get the coordinating die for that stamp set too, that free gift.
Yeah, I'll put that up.
Mike's going to put that up. There it is. And then my exclusive offer is the birdhouse die for $75. And they have free shipping at $100. So there's your gist. On my Lawn Fawn page, there is a link to my Lawn Fawn card gallery. So all the Lawn Fawn cards I've ever made. And you can get a look at some of those interactive dies that are really good, that you could consider with the sale, right? And so it goes on through Monday. So you could take time later to go through some of those. Now, I didn't cut enough flowers, but I might do 5 little flower clusters. I think that'd be good. Oh, and then up here, a little heart. I'll do it out of guava. That die's in the set too. I put some more glue on there because I need to double him up. It's 25 off the site. Is it 25 or 20? I have ooze, but it'll dry matte. Is it 25 or 20, Mike? % off?
20.
20. Okay. I'll put the page there in the chat. Out of all the online card classes you have created, what 3 classes do you recommend first? Maybe some people in the comments would have some ideas, but I would say that our most recent classes, we've kind of changed the format a bit, and we really have been happy with that format. There's 2 Christmas classes or holiday classes and 1 birthday themed. And those I feel have been really good. The birthday one I was not part of. That was when my dad was ill and passed. So Christina, being the angel she is, just did the whole class without me. And it was a blessing because I was worried how I was going to do it. So, but I'm a part of all the others. Okay. So there, I mean, I will go back and add a few more flowers, but there gives you an idea. So remember, you can put something up here. You could use one of those funny little seed puns. This opens. It stands really cool on display. And you could, like behind the gift card have another message too. But you can see how this mechanism that I created with the pull and slide, you can add whatever other things with it. I mean, like yesterday I had a pink fresh, the Frieza Flourish, I think it's called. You could have that here and it just comes up off the top and stands when you pull it. So you don't have to just stick to cutesy scenes. You can use this with other things you have. Oh, here, can I show? Look at, this is my dog right now in the corner of my craft room. And those are our 2 blankets that Christina sent us. I think Lila tucked her in. Okay, so that is what I had showing with this, but there's one more thing from them I wanted to show you because it's really cool. Yeah, I think the squirrel set would look cute sitting down here. I don't know. There's a lot you could do with this. Oh, so somebody said for online card classes, they like the embossing folder class. That's good to know. Okay, this is another thing, because this is something Lila and I are going to make a bunch of. She's going to have her friends over sometime for a crafty time. Oh, this room is a mess. And we're going to make a bunch of holiday crafts. We're going to use those Concord and 9th crafted holiday kits and then these. I just wanted to show you this because it came out recently and I think it's really cool. And I want to show you how easy it is to put together. So it makes these little dimensional stars that you can put things in. So you can open it up and put things in it. But I plan to just glue them all closed and hang them like little ornaments. And you can put little critters on the front. Mike, I don't know, he's not here. Okay, so this is the die set, or this is the die. It's called the Star Treat Box. And what you do is, well, there are a few ways to do this. This is what I do. I cut this from, I don't know what cardstock this is. I think it was a scrap. And you just kind of start folding a little bit along all the score lines that the die makes. And you'll start to see, like, there's a star here that's formed. And you can start to see as you bend along these, the stars start to form. And the nice thing is, the die also puts little X's everywhere you need to put glue to make it close. Okay? So let's see. And I haven't made this one in a while, so let's make sure I remember how to do it. Probably should have reviewed before I started, huh? But Kelly has a great video explaining it. And they have a lot of samples where they put little stamped images on the front and stuff. So this you could put little chocolates inside, a lot of different things. But I'm just going to make them little ornaments. It'd be fun to do out of their pattern papers or like a gold metallic cardstock or glitter paper. Make little ornaments. All right. Are there questions? Just seeing if there's questions.
And the blue cardstock.
Oh, hold on. I think this might, it's a scrap, but it looks like Simon Says Stamp C cardstock is what it looks like. Another thing is if you take any of the online card classes from the last year, the last 3 classes, there are product bundles available if you want to use the exact same products we used. Those bundles are on sale at Concord and 9th right now with like 30% off. Okay, so there we go. Now you need glue on these little flaps. Or on that, wherever there's an X, see how it makes little X's? On those, we're going to put some strong glue. I'm trying to do this quickly. All right. Tim Holtz has classes at online card classes too. Kelly from Lawn Fawn has been in some of our classes. So I'm just quickly putting glue. I do recommend glue tape here because you'd have to hold it while it dries for liquid adhesive. So I just do little pieces of tape, double-sided tape. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Doobie-doo. If not, I can quickly pull up, oops, there was no tape on that. Quickly pull up her video right here. Will the Lawn Fawn show how to use the slide plastic snaps with their slide-on over dies? Their slide-on over dies work really well with those snap and slides from Pear Blossom Press. I plan to do a video with them, so I hope to do that soon. I think Lawn Fawn has a few slider die sets, but like the original one, it works great with those snap and slides. So last night during the Hero Arts class, I used the snap and slides, but and I created a groove using the die from the die set. But I think it's called Move On Over slides from Lawn Fawn. They're in my supply list, I think. Work really well for it. Okay, now I got to remember how to do this. So, okay, so this is what you do. So you have adhesive on all these, and you just start to fold it up and press together. So see how that fits perfectly there? Then more adhesive. Tuck that side in. It just kind of folds together, wraps up like a burrito. And then more over here. And you see it all, they just connect with the glue. And there you go. So you see your star forming? It's showing off slide on over. Sorry, not move on over, slide on over. It's showing 25% off in your cart. Is it 25% off, Kelly?
Graphics is
Okay, so now there's this last one. You could seal it up or put some goodies in it. Isn't that cute? I just thought that was fun. So you could stamp on it or whatever. Somebody asked what size this is. It is 7.5 by 4, about 4.25.
There's a coupon code that says Thankful25 that gets automatically added.
Oh,
So
it may be 25. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if Kelly's still here or not. Isn't that cool how that comes together?
It's because it's 2025.
Oh, but it takes off 20 in the cart.
I see that on a lot of the.
Oh, people are
codes.
thinking the code, when a code has 25 in it, that it means it's 25%. It means it's 2025, the
That
year.
confused me on a lot of people's
Yeah.
codes.
Okay. So remember, I used the pull and slide surprise. This is like the basic. I just did one real quick and sloppy as a practice, but look at all the different things you could add onto it. All right. But I do find it helpful to do that little notch at the top because, let me show that again. See how the notch here makes it really easy to grab that. Okay. Yes, 25 is for 2025. All right, there we go. All right, so that is Lawn Fawn. And that goes on till Monday. Make sure you use the links and code from the page that we created for Lawn Fawn. And now is a good time to stock up on their cardstocks. They've got great green cardstocks. I need to get the lobster. I'm gonna have to shop later. But a lot of times when I need just like a good Christmas green, like a pine green, their Noble Fur is a good choice. Do I store my paper in sleeves? I used to for a very, very, very long time. But because I have a lot of cardstock, because I'm obsessed, I switched to having little dividers behind me instead of those sleeves. So, but if I was a card maker for a hobby and didn't make cards the whole day long, I would use sleeves. You could use job ticket holders, or you could use like sleeves from Simon Says Stamp or Altenew. They have great sleeves. All right, hold on. I had a giveaway for Lawn Fawn, but I don't know where I put it. Excuse me, Foxy. I'll be right back. I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, we'll do a gift card instead. Oof.
Do two.
Okay, we're gonna do 2 gift card giveaways, okay? I had something set out and I can't find it now. So we'll do 2 $25 gift cards to Lawn Fawn So we'll pick 2 winners. To be eligible for a prize, you just need to leave a comment in the chat. If you've been leaving some, then you're already eligible. And Mike, we'll give you a few minutes to leave a comment if you haven't yet.
They have gift cards. Yeah, they have gift cards.
They've got gift cards. So we'll give you a few minutes to add a comment in the chat if you haven't yet. But I do want to remind you, people were asking about the snap and slides, and I just thought let me show you this real quick because people were asking. But you can use this die to create a path on your cardstock, and then you snap one of these inside of it so it slides back and forth. I showed this set in my crafty gift guide video. So the Lawn Fawn has the slide on over die set that works really well for it. If you watch my crafty gift guide video that I put up last week, you will see more about this. I just want to mention that if you're shopping. Okay, there we go. And that is Lawn Fawn. Isn't that generous? They were really generous last year too. They had a snow frame die last year that was incredibly generous, but you get 3 free gifts. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Okay, Waffle Flower next. That was the dog hacking. That sounded great. Mike, can you grab the Waffle Flower? You gave the dog a pretzel and she's hacking now.
But she's cooking it.
Oh my gosh. All right, it is Waffle Flower time. I tell you. And then after Waffle Flower, you're gonna get a break from me and you can go watch Tim. I'm gonna put this in here. I'm trying to pin it, but I can't. It keeps going too fast. Hold on. I can't pin. There we go. I got it pinned. Whew. Okay. So I pinned a link to the Waffle Flower information. Waffle Flower. You got images, Mike?
No. We have to do the gift card, and then
Oh, I forgot to do giveaway.
And I'm way behind on those images. Sorry.
We have 2 gift card giveaways. What are they, Mike?
Okay, there's my other. First person is Janet K. Peterson.
Janet K. Peterson. You win the first gift card. You just email me through my website.
Second one is Elaine Gardner.
Elaine Gardner. You're the second winner.
I put yesterday's winners on the schedule page. So it's the schedule page. So
Excellent.
now I need to get my act together and
Okay.
put the images.
Mike is going to put up the Waffle Flower information here in a moment. So Waffle Flower, they're always generous. Nina's always very generous. Whenever I tell her I'm going live, she always has something special to offer, which I really appreciate. She has something great for you guys. Mike's going to put up the image soon. But basically, she's got a Black Friday sales collection. There's a ton of products that are on sale. And and you get 30% off if you use my code. You got to use my code and my link. I put the page up so you can open up the Waffle Flower page. It's pinned at the top of the chat. And you'll get 30% off those products with my code and my link. And then also, there is also a giant Black Friday sales section. You got to scroll down to see that. And there are over 800 items on sale. And with JM Inc., my code, again, you get an additional 10% off that. And then they also have, do they still have the free gifts, Mike?
I'm putting this up.
Okay.
Waffle Flower?
Yeah, it's on my sales page. Hold on. Did you finish it, Lila? Hold on. Let me look. Well, I don't think I have it on the page, but Waffle Flower, I didn't put it on the page. Okay, Waffle Flower, yes. Through Monday, every $30 you put in your cart, you get a pop-up with a free gift you can choose. Okay?
I did not have that on my list.
I have it on it's on the sales page. Can you add it to my Waffle Flower page?
Yeah.
Okay, so Yes. Oh, is that Nina here? Nina, I was just talking about you. Nina is here.
Yep. Okay, I see it.
Okay. So Mike will add it to that page. Okay, so there's the Waffle Flower page. So you get 30% off this collection that she put together of things that I really like. You use my code. She has a sales section where you get an extra 10% off. And then for every $30 you spend, you get to choose a gift. It'll pop up and I think you choose. Okay, but Nina's here and she will help us. Now, if you have watched any of my lives, the product I use the most this year on my lives would be the Postage collection from Fawn. In fact, I have this, they have so many products. I'm sorry, Waffle Flower. I'm losing my mind. So Waffle Flower has these postage dies, and they come in different sizes, but for the A2 postage die size, there are a bunch of stencils that coordinate with it with different themes. And I have done many, many cards in my lives using the Waffle Flower postage, and there's a hair in that. So these are some from lives that I've done. I mean, you can use pattern papers, you can use big images, you can use the stencils that are meant for it. So many different things. Now, the Waffle Flower postage dies come in different sizes. So you can choose. The A2 is the most popular one, which, where is it? I don't find it. Hold on, let's see. A2 size is the most popular. I'll find it in a moment. But they also have an A6 size, and it comes with these extra little dies, and an A7 size, which is 5 by 7. Then there are stencils you can get that line up with it, so you can do whatever inking and stamping you want over it, and you can have a postage look. I will find mine in a moment. But these are the A2. This is some of the A2. Then they have what they call the block dies that line up with it. And I'm going to show you that in a moment. So if you want to use your postage products, but not with a postage look, you can put the block die with it. So she has a ton of different options. And I love that you have, here it is, you have the base, but then there's lots of stencils that work with it. So this is the base die. That's the A2 postage die. Then there's the block. So look at, you could use this and it creates frames instead. So if you don't want the postage look, you can have like a framed look. And then you can all cut them all apart. There's a basic stencil that lines up with it so that you can do whatever kind of stamping you want or inking with any products you have. Like this was a big stencil set, and I just put this stencil down first and then did the stenciling over it so I would have those areas blocked off. So many things so many different ways that you can use it. Now I have done many, 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 many videos using the Waffle Flower postage, and most of my lives, almost all of the lives that I did have done with Waffle Flower or the postage. So I know a lot of you have the postage. So the postage stuff it's linked on that page, and it's part of that 30% off because I like them so much. She has it in the 30% off. Also the big brushes, the big mama brushes, which I'm going to show you in a moment. I believe those are in the 30% off. If somebody in the chat could look, I think it's 30% off too. So
I have the images of you. I can share.
Okay, Mike's got the images. Here, let's do the sales images so you can see. So that's a collection of products right there that are some of my favorites. Yep, the big brushes are in there. So these are some products that you've seen me use a lot of the postage stuff, the big brushes, the background die I'm going to use today. The new stuff I'm going to use today is in that 30% off. You got to use my link and my code. Then she also has, do you have the Black Friday image? She has over 800 products on sale. And with my code, the same code, you can get an additional 10% off that. And you get a free gift with every $30 you spend. And every time you put $30 in your cart, there will be a pop-up that lets you choose what you get. incredibly generous. She was very generous last year too. So, oh, let me show you what Lila made. You can come back here, Mike. Look at this. This is what she just made. It is a rainbow jellyfish. That is so cute. Is it for me? Thank you. Thank you. I'll put it up here next to the little rainbow you made me. And the emotional dumpster fire that Brienne sent me. There we go. Look at that. That's cute. Thank you. Yay. So this is the original Postage die. Again, it comes in different sizes, but I use the A2 because there are lots of stencils that go with it. Okay. Today I'm also going to use the nesting Postage collage dies. So that's what you see here. You'll see me use them in a moment. There's a stencil that coordinates with those dies, so you can ink up whatever you want in it and have what looks like a giant postage. There's a circle postage there too. But then she also has a bunch of stencils that go with this too. I'm gonna use both today. So just stick with me and you'll see. And then I have lots of examples where I've used some of these in the past. By the way, do you remember this card? It was my favorite card from this year. These little seals, they're faux wax seals. I believe those are on the Waffle Flower section of mine, the faux wax seals. I'll have to see if Nina's here to ask, because I loved making this card. Anyway, okay, let's start. And I'm going to explain more about this as we go. So I'm using my Waffle Flower grip mat. She has many different versions of Waffle Flower of grip mats. The newest one has more stick to it than any or more grip to it than any other grip mat I've used.
It is.
It is, isn't it? Good, good, good. So this grip mat, I think this is on 30% off. I think this is on the 30% off. It looks like it's black, but it's the plastic on the back that is black. So if you peel that off, it's clear. Okay, but this is the grippiest of the grippy grips. Okay, so she has a size that goes in a Misty, and that's what's in my Misty. Her stickiest mat. So it's the newest version of grip mat. It's the one that's linked on my supply list. I have this one linked and this one linked. It looks like it's black, but really it's that backing. And I leave that backing on there because then I have some contrast here, which I like. Okay, so in my Misty, I have the newest Waffle Flower grip mat, and I think that's on sale. Yeah, their grip mat is great. There's a lot of different grip mats that have different good things about it. I like that one because it fits really well in my Misty, and I like this one because it has a lot of grip. Okay. Okay. Let's make something. We're going to make a few things. First, if I go over, I go over. Okay. I'll try not to. Let's do, this is the new Peony Postage. It's in the supply list. This is brand new. It actually wasn't supposed to come out till the 5th, but Nina is sweet and she said I could use it here today, and guess what? It's 50% off. Or not 50, 30. 30% off in my 30% off section because she's awesome. Sorry, my head's in the way. So you just line up the stencil with your die cut. Okay, and now we can ink this up. And the cool thing is it says here, where is it? Background. So I know whatever color I want the background of my images to be is what I use on this. I'm going to use my Big Mama brushes. These are called the background blender brushes. I refer to them as the Big Mama. I linked the container that I use to store mine in. It's from Etsy. And let's see, what color do I want my background to be? I'm going to go bold. I'm going to go bold. I'm going to go with, let's do that Forget-Me-Not from Lawn Fawn. I was just telling you about this color and I like it. So let's do, by the way, if I took this off the back, it would grip to my table, but I don't want it to. I want to be able to move it. Okay, Big Mama blending brushes. These are the background blending brushes from Lawn Fawn. They're great for doing a lot of color very quickly. I also like, do you see how it goes a little bit darker towards the edge of the stencil? I think that's cool. These are excellent for a few different things. Quick stenciling, like I'm doing now, quick inking. The best for doing background blending. And I did a live video where I used these for the in a video for the first time. They're great for creating like a halo of color in the background of a card. So if you want like just a little halo of color, like a soft little cloud of color, these are really good for that. But here I'm just going and putting down a heavy amount of that color because I want to be fast. So now my background will be that bright forget-me-not blue. All right, next up, stencil 2, it says light. So I line it up. You'll see it lines up perfectly. It says light. So I know whatever color I want my peonies to be, I'm going to do a light shade of it. Let me see what color I want to do.
There's a freeloader named Kathy Z in the chat.
There's a freeloader named Kathy Z in the chat? I don't know such a person. I'm trying to think of what color I want to do. I'm going to overthink it a bit. Let's do some Peachy Keen from Lawn Fawn. So over this, you're doing a lighter color or a light amount of color, whatever you want. So this is going to be this is actually going to be this might be a little odd. The bright blue background with what will end up being kind of like light red flowers might be a little odd color combination, but whatever. Another thing that would have been great for the background is like a metallic ink too. Okay, so that was Peachy Keen with the Big Mama brushes, and those Big Mama brushes are 30% off. Next, this says medium, and there's etching, so you can easily line it up. Hi, Kathy. If you all missed it yesterday during the lunch break, Kathy did a video for me to share in my live stream using her products, and her card is incredible.
She asked me last night if you aired it, and I completely forgot.
If I aired it?
I shall probably do it Sunday.
Aired it?
Played it.
I played it during her? Oh, yeah, no, I already did.
I was a little tired yesterday. I don't remember a whole lot.
Yeah, well, this is Wild Rose. This is a great, like, muted kind of peach. I went with it so the flowers wouldn't turn out like red. I didn't want it to turn out to be too red. This is Wild Rose. Isn't that pretty? All right. See my peonies forming. Look how fast these are to make. I love it. Okay. So this kind of stencil set that I'm using that works to create these postage very quickly, she has lots of different themed ones. And it's all in the Postage collection. Let me see what color I want to go darker with. I think I'm going to switch. I'm going to go to Mulberry Bush from Pink Fresh. And this is it says dark. So now go dark here. See? Mix your inks, folks. So I did Lawn Fawn. Now I'm doing Pink Fresh. And I remember Aaron from Hero Arts always used to say to mix our products because no company wants to be the only company out there. We want an industry. So, if there's only one stamp company left, we wouldn't have our hobby. Okay. Now the last one is the leaves and the centers of the flowers. I'm going to get a little clever with that. If I can find it. Hold these. Gold. Okay, and then leaves. Let's do, this is a great one. Freshly Cut Grass, great name, from Lawn Fawn. Now I'm going to try not to get the centers. Actually, I can get the centers. I don't care. Watch. I'm going to get the centers too. So this does the centers of the flowers and the leaves. Now I did that all in green, one shade of green. I want a little shading to that. So I'm going to come in. I told you about how I really liked Noble Fir cardstock. Let's do Noble Fir ink, like at the base of my leaves, just for a little contrasty. So I'm coming in base of the leaves with a little contrast. Are there questions, Mike, that I'm totally ignoring because I'm so excited about this set?
Yeah, and I've been keeping it, making sure everything's up to date.
Look at that. Oh my
Right.
gosh. Okay, there we go. So a little bit of shading. And look at that. Oh, I'm not done. I'm not done. Hold on. Hold, please.
There was a question
This is how I am when I create. I get so excited.
if the Waffle Flower code is single use. I don't know if that was answered by Waffle Flower or not. 'Cause I don't know the answer.
Nina, is it single use? You have to let us know. Okay, so I'm going to line that back up. And now, oh, now I got to find it. I had it last night. I'm going to use Copper Pot.
Do we have those grit maps for the Misty?
Yes, yes. It's linked in my list.
Oh, okay.
The size for the Misty I have linked in the list. I think it says it's like 6.5 by 8.5, but you'll see both this big one and the Misty size one in my link list. Now for the center of the flowers, I'm going to go over the green with some Copper Pot. This is Lisa Horton metallic ink. I think this is one of the newer ones. It comes in the set, I'm being kind of sloppy, that has the pearl in it. I had on my Crafty gift guide list. So that we'll have this like coppery shine at the center of our flowers. I thought the copper would be fun to kind of go with the color of the flowers I chose. All right, let's see. Oh, dang, that's fun. Look how bold that is. Okay. Look at that. Now you see the shine on the centers of the flowers? Look at that. Ooh, okay, so this is the Postage, I think this is called the Peony. I'll put the page in the chat. The Postage Peony Collage. Yes, this is the Postage Collage Peony Stencil Set. It works with this, it works with the Postage Collage A2 die. Somebody asked, if I get sent so much stuff, how do I decide what to use? I only use what I like. I will not use something that I'm not drawn to because that's why I'm not on design teams. That way I can be really authentic about what I like. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense. But it is hard when like you want to use a whole collection. That's why my videos go long. All right, isn't that pretty? Okay, so that is the Postage Collage Peony, which is new and it's 30% off. It goes with the Postage Collage die, which is 30% off. Now I've got these little guys on here. Somebody asked, what's the difference between that and the other Postage Collage Peony, or Postage Peony? I'm going to show you. All right, this is the other postage die that I really like, the Nesting Postage Collage. Okay, it's got a rectangle that you can cut and put in the middle, like if you want to use pattern paper. There's the stencil available, but I'm just going to use this and die cut that from white cardstock. I'm going to do different colors this time, I think, just to show variety. Hey, let me know what colors to use. Throw out some colors, like the color for background and color for a flower. Maybe a bright pink peony. What color should the background be? Okay, so this is the Nesting Postage Collage die set. It also comes with circle postage and a little rectangle postage. There is a stencil that works with it with any products you want. Yeah, compliment. Waffle Flower is the absolute best at putting samples on their website. Lots of samples for all the different things. A lot of different styles too. She's got a great design team in that they all have a different look, so they don't all look the same. So these are the peony nested, the nested postage peony, okay? The nested one is a bigger. This is the collage, this is the nested postage. And the stencils for it color in this. The stencils also color in the circle. See the circle and the rectangle? I'm not doing those today, but you can see this last stencil does a circle and the little rectangle has little ladybugs. I'll show you some examples with it, but I'm not using it today. So here we go. I'm going to start with stencil number 1. What are you looking for?
Someone asked how you store those brushes, and I guess I wasn't sure if they were asking about that Etsy thing or the...
So I store these in teal flowers or teal background. I'll do bright pink flowers with teal background. That's what I'll do. This stand is from, I think it's called Annie's Little Boxes on Etsy. I don't know her, I just bought it. She has a lot of different stands, and this one's great, and I keep it in a drawer. I have her linked below in the YouTube description, or on my page. I have her linked on the page. I also talked about these and the stand in my crafty gift guide. All right, next up, I'm using Rainforest. This is gonna be a dark teal, and I think it's gonna be really pretty. I like to do dark backgrounds when I have stencils that allow me to color up just the backgrounds, because then it's really stunning. Because normally with stencils, you gotta have a white background, right? And so you can't have that contrast and have lighter flowers. But here I can do light flowers with a dark, dark, dark background. So I'm going crazy with the Rainforest here. There we go. Okay, so let me clean this off. Oh, look how pretty that is. Why don't I use that color more? Rainforest, this color is like a teal with a bit of green tint to it. I need a new cloth. Let's get a new cloth. All right. Yeah, it is a good color. I agree, it's gorgeous. Okay, so now that was number one, and look it says it right on the stencil. That's background number one. Now number two, light. So this is a light layer of my flowers. So it's easy to line up. Etching helps too, but it's super easy. So let's go with light colors here. Let's do, let's mix some things. Let's do bubblegum pink from Gina K. Now I have dark ink on here, and I'm going to switch to light. So this I do once in a, usually what I do is I just go like this on a dry cloth and just rub off some of the ink. But if you really want to get it a little more cleaned, the only thing I do is one quick spritz of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, on the bristles, and then just clean it off on a dry cloth. And now it's cleaned enough to go to a lighter color. That way you don't have to have 400 brushes. Oh, that's a pretty color. So this is what I say, bubblegum pink from Gina K. So I'm gonna go light, because I like the look of light flowers with that bold background. Okay, so there we go. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. Then we go on to number three, and it says dark. So I'm gonna skip to dark. Actually, I'm gonna go over to number four, which is the medium. No, I'll go to dark first. Oh, I see how this works. I actually did one of these already. I'll show you what it looks like. Get those. Okay, so here we go. This is dark. Let's do Passionate Pink from Gina. Gina's inks are really pretty too. So pretty. Oh, look at that. It's just gonna pop like crazy. All right. So that's supposed to be dark, but I don't want to go too dark today. Okay. There's that. Ah. Aren't these beautiful? Okay, now this I line up. This is easy to line up. There are etched lines that line up with the die cut too, but this is easy enough to just line up. Okay, now this is medium. So I'm gonna go, I'll get another color, why not? Let's do Puffy Heart from Altenew. Let's do Puffy Heart. It's a great pink. And this is like a medium. Okay. Okay. Green. So this is the next one. Let's see, what do I want to use? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like more of a, yeah, let's do celery stick from Fawn. Yeah, it is a good sale. I encourage you to look around because they have, as I said, a lot of Postage collage stencils. A lot that work with this nested die and a lot that work with the collage Postage die. So you have a lot of options. I'm going to go lighter on my leaves because I can. And then let's add a little bit of darkness at the base. I will use jalapeno from Fawn. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. And these inks will all smooth together nicely and blend over time. Okay. Look at that. Okay, now centers of the flowers here. I'm going to use that copper pot again. I'm just going to kind of pounce some on. I like to, with her pigment inks, the Lisa Horton pigment inks, I like to use a Tim Holtz blending tool, the sponge or the foam. Oh my gosh, it's come along now. And then the last but not least is for the veins. And this I'll do a little noble fur action. Uh-oh. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I didn't line it up well. It's so quiet in here. Okay. So now we have a big Postage. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So this is the nested posted peony. This is the Postage collage peony. So you have nested and collage. Then, if you wanted to, if you don't want the Postage look, you have different options. I won't be able to find it now. Oh, here it is. You could get the collage block die and die cut that. There we go. And have that go over it. And then you don't see the Postage. Okay, I'll die cut that so you can see. And this you could just do on a regular rectangle instead. I'll show you. So that's what I did here. I did this one with that same stencil set I just showed you. Okay, but I did it onto a rectangle die with piercing. Okay, and then this one I did the same stencils I just showed you, but I didn't use the background color. I skipped it. So it's white, so you can do it either way, right? And these are on the A2 pierced rectangle dies, which I talk about in videos a lot. They're nesting, and they all have, there's a bunch of different sizes in a set, and they all have that faux piercing on the inside edge, which is always more fun than just plain, right? So they have an A2, they have these rectangles in A2, A6, A7. But I use the A2 here. And they have the A2 pierced rectangle dies, and then they have the additional. And between them, you have all the sizes of rectangles you could possibly need. I have them stuck to my cabinet door here. I have the A2 and A2 additional, A6 and A6 additional, A7 and A7 additional, and they all have that piercing on the inside edge. I use these quite a bit. So you can layer with those and have the layered piercing. Lots that you can do with those rectangle dies. They have them in other shapes, but I use the rectangles definitely the most. Okay, so now watch. If you want the block die, you can just glue it right on top and look at that look. Isn't that fun? Okay, so this is the A2 block die. Now if you want the A6 Postage die or the A7, you can do that, but there aren't a bunch of stencils like these peony ones that I just used. Okay, so let me, oh good, I'm good. Let me just show you a few things. I need to clean my stencils before I freak out. So those A2 piercing dies, and the additional, if you get both, you get a lot of different sizes that are close, so you can do great mats. Those are in the, I believe they're in the 30% off section.
The what?
The 30% off?
No, I mean what?
Oh, the A2 piercing dies, rectangle piercing dies, and the additional A2. I have them in the supply list because I use them a lot. Oh, good. I'm glad that works. So that block die just gives you some more versatility. But I'm going to show you some samples and some additional things. But I first have to clean before I lose my mind. Brianne just put in the chat the link to the Waffle Flower page where you can find all these things. All the deals are at the top, and if you scroll down, you'll see little thumbnails of every product I talk about. What is A6? A6 is, it's pretty much, I make A6 to be 4.5 by 6 1/4. And it is just a nice in-between size, between 5 by 7 and 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I personally really like it because you can make a card with all A2 size stuff and have things hanging off the edge and put it in an A6 envelope. I think the code may be one-time use. Nina's here. Nina, can you tell us, is it a one-time use code? Okay.
I think it is, but
Usually the codes are one-time use. Now let me show you some more things with the peony because Nina sent me some samples to show you with these peony stencils because when she showed them to me, I just fell in love. So this one here, these will have some other new stuff on it that's not available to the 5th, but I just want to show, oh, that is so cute. So this one, she cut the postage apart. You just snip between and arrange them however you want. Look at those little ladybugs. I think those will come out on the 5th, but I'm really digging those ladybugs. So Nina sent these. I think Nina made all of these. Here she just used 2 of them, combined the overlapping love die, and it says love and hugs. Isn't that great? So you can just use some of them. Here she used the nesting postage collage, or nesting postage die, along with the peony. And this stamp set is great too. This stamp set is the nesting postage stamp set. So you have these big like cancellation and price. You can stamp in the corner 25 cents. So you can give it that postage look. Okay, so Nina made that one too. Love that with love there. So there are these bigger images to go with the bigger postage. Okay, here's another one. This has the love, overlapping love stencils and die in the center. And she just used 4 of the peony postage in a square. And then this one I wanted to be sure to show you. Remember how I said the nesting, no, these are, oh, okay, gotcha. Nina made this too. Remember how I said the nesting postage die and stencils come with the round image and the rectangle? This is what the stencil and die does for the round image in the peony. And there's the little ladybugs it does on the rectangle. So that's included in the peony. I just didn't ink that stencil up, okay? So Nina's really good at designing things that can be used in a lot of different ways. Yeah, I like how she offsets too. And then I had showed a few examples, like for this one, I used pattern paper. I cut pattern paper and put it on the nesting postage, or on the postage collage die. So you can use other things. This one, this is actually an A6 card. And I took my postage and I cut them up and I arranged them kind of scattered. And this is using an older postage collage stencil die. Then these, I used a big image over it. Yeah, so there is a lot in her postage collections, and I linked to her postage collection so you can kind of see all the different options, but I really love this style. Let me look real quick. Okay. If you wanted the images to do like the little postage images like these smaller ones for the collage one, there is a Postage collage stamp set that does smaller. So the nesting postage does big. The Postage collage stamp set does smaller little images. And she's got a bunch of these little things for different themes. She even has them for Europe prices and stuff. A lot. Okay. Yeah, the Postage is great. Yeah, it is a good sale. She does have a lot on here. Somebody, let me see. Somebody's texting me and I want to make sure it's not Nina telling me I'm saying something wrong. Oh, okay, good.
Where do you find the ladybug dies?
I think the ladybug dies. These are sneak peek cards. I don't think they come out until the 5th of December. Let me check. I'm going to just search real quick. No, they come out the 5th of December. So here's what happened. I was telling Nina I want to do this hour, and she had sent me her newest release that comes out in December, and it had the peonies in it. And I told her I love the peonies. So she said I could use them today and have them at 30% off, but all of the other new products don't come out till the 5th. And some of those other new products are on these card samples that she sent, like this, the ladybugs in the background, those all come out on the 5th. So you have to come back on the 5th to get those.
Not like some of them are pre-order. There are a couple.
Oh, that might be why things are pre-order, yeah. All right, I need to make sure those get back to her. Okay. Yeah, their cat and dog stuff is really cute too. They have cat and dog stamps that fit in here really nicely too. Okay, so let me, but I have done many lives using these. Oh, this is hers too. That there's so much that you can do with them. Let me tidy a bit. Next, I think for the, I'm going to just kind of start turning some of these into cards. I have the crosshatch texture die. This has been a favorite of mine. I think it's 30% off in my 30% off section. And what I really like about it is it does piercing. She does a lot of great piercing stuff. The nice thing about this is it doesn't cut the outside edge, so you can do it directly on the front of a note card. So I'll put that right on the front of my note card and run it through my die cut machine, and it'll put that piercing crosshatch pattern on the front of my note card and just add some fun detail. Maybe I should have done a different color. Oh well, we'll go with white. So look at, see that? Isn't that pretty? And if you wanted to, you could offset it a bit and cut again, and you'd have even more cross lines. But I'm just going to leave it right now. Can you show how the black is removed from the grip mat? Yes. So her grip mat, our newest grip mats that are the grippiest, come with the clear plastic on the back that has black on it. The grip mat is clear itself. It's just the backing that has black on it. So you can remove that and stick it to your table if you want, but I don't want that much stick. I don't want it to stick to my table, so I keep that on the back. I also like that I can see better on it, okay? But you can take this off, by all means. The grip mat that I have in my Misty, where did I put it, is the Waffle Flower grip mat. So this is the same mat, just the smaller size. This is a 6.5 by 8.5. I have them both linked in my descriptions. Or my supply list, but I just don't have the black on the back of it. This, I just left the black on the back of it, but they're both clear and they're extra grippy. Fuchsia daisies with the thinking of you sentiment. Okay, what's fuchsia daisy? Okay, this, is Nina still here? I think this is the sunflowers. And I just made them look like daisies. It is the sunflower cluster die. So what I did here, I gotta explain it. I did this in a video, but I did this, it's a big sunflower cluster die. It's huge. And there are coordinating stencils. So I cut that, and then I used the coordinating stencils to add the color. And then I used that block die, wherever it went, let's see. I used this block die to cut from it, and I glued each of those squares onto the postage, or each of those cut pieces onto the postage. I do have a video for this. I don't know where it is. Oh, is this, it's sold out? Is that sold out? Yeah, it's older, so it might be sold out, but she has a lot that are similar to this. Maybe Nina, you could suggest some others that are similar. Like they have a hibiscus that's very similar, but where there's a die with all the little details. See all the details in it? And stencils that color it very quickly. What's the difference between the postage collage and the postage block dies? I shall show you. This is the postage collage. I know there's a lot of products, but once you figure it out, you get it good. This is the postage collage die. This is the postage collage block die. So you can use any of the stencils that go with this. And what the block die does is it takes the postage and gives it a framed look. So it's just something you can use with it. Okay. I believe Waffle Flower has some, I think they call them corners for lining up stencils. All right, can you go back to the regular feed? All right, so I've got my little pattern here. I got some ink on the corner. Maybe my cutting plates. Maybe I got some ink on my cutting plates, but I'll just sand that off. Okay, now, I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I could use that. This you could just pop up. I love it on white. I don't know, there's something really cool about white. What's a good way to start with collage stamps and dies for A2? Okay, I will show you. Let me see if I can find, now the stamps are a mess. I've thrown a bunch of them in here. This is the postage collage stamp set. I would get that one. It's just the original postage collage stamp set. It's a small one, but it has all those like cancellation and little images you can put to make it look like postage. Okay, so I would get that. I would get the A2 postage collage die. It comes with some little ones too. And the A2 block die. If you have these, there's a lot of different things you can do with them. You can also get the A2 postage collage stencil. So that way you can cut a bunch of these. You can line this stencil up and ink over it and stamp over it with whatever you want and create your own postage. Or you can put this on top and the block and create like a framed look, a collage framed look. So those are really good ones if you like this small postage look. And then there are so many different A2 stencils that go with it, like the peony one I showed you. Any theme you can want. Somebody said there's a great bundle of the postage collage. So you could just do the bundle if you're interested. But like this was the peony one that goes with this. But there's butterflies, there's Santa, there's birthday. They have tons of the stencils that coordinate with this basic die. Okay, so those three are, along with, I would get the stencil too, are great. This comes with another stencil, I can't find it. A great starting point. And then you can find lots of the stencils, the layering stencils like I used here, that coordinate with it. Okay? Yeah, the small stamp little cat images are great for it. The butterflies are cute. Yes, there are many, many choices. Now let me see. Most of my individual collage dies or stencils are in the other room, but I just used the peony because I had never used that before. Okay. Now, if you like the look of the big postage and the circle and the rectangle, that is the nested postage collage products. Do you need smaller scale stamps if you get this one? Somebody asked, do you need smaller scale stamps? You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. I think this postage collage stamp is great with all of them. But again, like This card here, I used a giant flower over it. So you don't have to have small. But I would also say that a lot of our stamp sets have those tiny images we never use, and they'd be great for this. Okay? They did add up automatically. Good, good, good. Okay, so, you know, there's just lots of different options. But if you don't like the postage look, you can use other regular dies with it. So this I used her floral postage collage stencils. This one I just used another stencil set from her, giant stencil set. Yeah, they're fun. Tiny images are perfect for this. And if you think about it, a lot of our stamp sets have that, because if there's little gaps in the stamp sets they design, they'll put little images. A lot of companies do. So you could easily add them. Now, I wanted to figure out a sentiment. This is one of my most used. No, this isn't the one I wanted. Here it is. The paper hug sentiments. I really like this one. There's a lot of good ones in here. Which one do I want to use? Take care, friend. I love that one. Sending hugs, paper hugs. Paper hugs would look really cool right in the middle. I'll do paper. This is paper hug sentiments. I'll do a few at once because I can. Ask questions if you've got them before I send you all to Tim. We still have some time. Okay, so here we go. I have my Waffle Flower grip mat in here. I thought I could use the code with your JM Ink items. Oh, I think
that got answered, but
I think JM Ink gives you an extra 10% off that section. Go to my page and it explains it all there. And thank you, Nina, for being here to help answer questions. You guys got, what's crazy is every company does their sales different and their websites work different on how they add free gifts or whatever. Everybody's is different. And I try my best to explain it on that page so that it's clear, but with every company having a different website and different way things work, sometimes it's confusing, but I try to make it as clear as possible, so I'm thankful when they come here and help answer some of those questions. Are there stencils or stamps for the A7? No, there's a basic stencil like this for A7. So you can ink it up and use whatever stamps you have. But as far as like a peony or birthday layering stencils, they only have those for the A2 because that's the size that's by far more popular. Can you go back to the page, Mike? All right. I am so excited because I'm going to have leftover ravioli for lunch. I'm starving while I watch Tim and get ready for this afternoon. So just a reminder while I'm die cutting these out, oh, this is it. While I'm die cutting these out, this live stream is going to stop very soon, and you can go watch Tim Holt's live. He usually goes live from like 12 to 3 or so, and then I will start up again at 3 and go from 3 to 6. And this afternoon is Honeybee and Simon Says Stamp. All right. The black I used is Altenew Obsidian Black. That's what I use for all my greetings. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool there? I like that. And then for some of these others, I could do like that. Maybe I put it right there. And then that. There we go. Yeah. And I have to stack. The peony pre-order, Mike? Is that right?
I think so.
But I think it's shipping soon. Let's see. No, it says you can add it. You just can't get the other new things I showed you on those example cards. I am in Eastern time zone, so I'll be back at 3 p.m. Eastern. Peonies are one of my favorites too. I agree. When we bought this house, they have the most beautiful peonies out by the mailbox. I'm very thankful. All right, so let's glue these on. I can also add the postage images, which I probably will have to do after because I'm gonna run out of time. But let's glue these first. Okay. So I'm just stacking extra die cuts behind it because I like my sentiments to pop up, and especially because there's a lot of busy inking behind it, I want it to stand out. This is a great sentiment set. Again, this is she has a lot like this that are great sentiments with coordinating dies. She's got a lot of them, and a lot of them were my favorites list when I used to do favorites a long time ago. I need to pop out my little holes still, but I'll do that later. Oh, come on now. Oh, there's holes I gotta. Okay, there we go. So that I'll put there. Then sending hugs will go. Is there a video using the faux wax seals? Yes. I don't know when I used them. Rand, do you know which video I used the faux wax seals? Oof. It was one of my lives, I'm sure, I think. And so it might not be in my gallery. Because when I first started doing lives, I was not doing blog posts with them because I was overwhelmed. But I'm starting to now. I need to catch up on it. Okay. All right, so those go there. And then I can add these onto that card base with that crosshatch, and I'll use Dimension to do that. But another thing that I will do on this one, I will stamp, so I can show you. Show you. Let's do this one. And we'll do, I'm going to do 25 cents down here. And then you could stamp snail mail up here. You can stamp across. I'm not going to do it right now, but you could stamp across the pieces. I can show real quick. So let's see. Let's do 25 cents down here. So this big one works with this big postage. It's called the Nesting Postage Stamp Set. So I can stamp a little 25 down here. It'd be cool white heat emboss too. So this makes it look more like postage. See? Then you could do this in here. Close this up. Close it up. Stay closed. Okay. You can go like this. If you want to do that like cancellation look, I'm going to put a little bit of glue behind this just to hold it at the center. See, I'm going to hold that there. Now I'll put this down. Put that there. Like that. And I'll stamp over it. And then, is everything okay, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll stamp on the card just to make sure I got that stamped well. And then I can glue this on with Dimension, and it'll like be across it all. So I can also stamp like this one that says hugs inside on it too. So you can make it have that postage look if you want. You see how that will go popped up on there? Okay. And then for this one, I'll add some of the little images from the original Postage collage stamp set. So I'll stamp like a little 30 cents in the corner of this one, 15 cents in the corner of this one, do that cancellation thing across it somewhere, and give that look, kind of like I did on here. See, I have all those little cancellation things to make it look realistic. So it's up to you. Yeah. So you can do it either way, with or without all that. But that's what they've got. This I'll just add with foam tape. These here, I won't make look postage. I'll just leave it as is because I didn't use a postage die around the edge. All right, so that's what we've got. That's what we've got. So that's Waffle Flower. Heather just put the Waffle Flower info page into the chat. So you can go there. Oh, we need to do a giveaway, and then you can go to see Tim.
How many?
Let's do 2 $25 gift cards.
Okay.
Two $25 gift cards. Mike, if you want to be eligible for, he's going to pick some winners. You just leave a comment in the chat and you're eligible. Easy enough. This sentiment set is the Paper Hug Sentiment. It's probably in the 30% off. Oh, Brian put a link to my Postage products playlist. What do you know? I forgot I did that. So you can, in the chat, there's that link. And so you can go to that and see all the videos I've done with Postage collage. Hopefully they're all in there. I just don't know. I hope it. Hope it. Hope it. All right, Mike's picking a winner. I'm putting things away. So I keep all my little Postage collage stamp sets in here because I just throw them all in this container. Like this one here is Postage collage fall. So it has little fall sentiments to go with it. There's a bunch of them. And I keep all my postage stuff in a little pouch. It says Postage. So when I go live, I can show you those examples. All right, the bigger one was called the nested postage stencil and die. Where did my die go? Oh, it's in here. And there are the big stamps too, if that makes sense. A lot of inspiration, I know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, Mike, you got some winners?
Yes, I do.
2 winners. The first winner of a $25 gift card to Waffle Flower is
Linda Walter.
Linda Walter. Linda Walter. Oh, and by the way, remember that I think these grip mats that I like are in my 30% off section. And so are the brushes. So it would be a good time to consider trying those. Okay?
There's a lot in that list, so
There's a lot.
Of options.
A lot of options because Nina's so generous. All right. So there we go. We did it.
Yeah,
We did it. Thank you, Nina.
Another one. You said 2.
Oh, 2 winners. Another winner. We get another winner. Who's the other winner?
Allison Baker.
Allison Baker.
Yep.
So Allison and whoever the first winner was, I forget already, please email me through Linda Walter. Email me through my website and we will get you your gift card. There we go.
And I will try to do that during the lunch break.
He's going to try to get your gift cards out during the lunch break if you email us right away so that you can spend that $25 today.
Somebody asked how I pick the winners. I will, at random times, just glance at the chat, and whoever the last person was, I put their name down.
Yeah, it's the easiest way to do it.
It's the easiest way to do it.
Sometimes it's from earlier, sometimes it's from right there.
Yep.
It's just
Unscientific.
because the chat moves so fast, there's really no other way. All right.
And I can't scroll back when there's a lot of chats. So
Yeah.
I just do it over time.
Yep. Well, there you go. Thank you. So again, I will put into the chat the next stream. This stream's going to end, and then a new stream will start this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll put it in the chat right now. So you go there at 3 p.m. Eastern. Now you can go watch Tim. And then tomorrow afternoon, I'll be at 3 p.m. also. Okay? So tonight is 3 to 6. Tomorrow's 3 to 7, I think. Oh, I just broke that. All right. Thank you. I will, I'll see you back at 3 o'clock. We did it.